town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Make sure everything's a-okay before we start. Let me put the chat on my phone. Where's my live? Supposed to be live. Am I live? I don't even know if I'm live or not. Uh, I don't know if I'm live. I know it's something. I can say anything part 5. I'm not seeing part 5. Maybe it's my phone. What's the people getting freaking killed, man? No, so Jesus, I got news about a hockey player. Now I'm getting another fucking news that a wide receiver got shot. In the Oh my goodness, bro. Apple, who is this? Not Drake. Drake is more than that. Not Drake though. Frank Ocean, DJ Mustard. No, it's not DJ Mustard. Travis Scott. That could be Travis Scott. Not Travis Scott. Dave Chappelle. Honestly, it could be Dave Chappelle, but he's not a rapper though. Yeah, I have no clue who that freaking kid is. Okay, I don't know if, cause my thing hasn't, I don't know, why am I turn off incognito, nigga? I don't know why it hasn't processed. Okay, I'm back. Uh, I'm here, okay. I'm live, yeah, live, yeah. Okay. So, um, welcome to another stream of reacting to anything. In this stream is pretty self-explanatory. I react to anything I want to, but I do not mind taking recommendations or suggestions. So yeah, we're gonna keep going until I'm either tired or bored or I don't have anything in my head. So yeah, we're gonna keep going like that. And yeah, let's begin. So, dude, let's see fucking Snow Horgan's doing. Fucking good, fucking DSP. Oh, yeah, yeah. Now you're getting $17, nigga. You're getting $17, Phil. What's happening? Phil, what's going on? You're only getting $17, Phil. What happened to the king's tips? The king's tux. Fucking goodness, what's going on, Phil?
Actually, wait a minute. We don't have to beat the whole. Okay. Oh.
What's going on, Phil?
Nick's well, NB says, get the money flowing. Can we hit the 150 tonight? Can we fill the king's coffers? Can we get?
Bro, Phil, you've been streaming for okay, it's half an hour. He's probably gonna get more money later on, but right now you have got nothing. $17. Jesus Christ. Okay. It's good to see how he's doing. Shonen Showdown. I wanna watch his latest video. What the fuck?
If you've ever played Super Smash Bros, there's an event match mode. Your character has to go through a specific scenario. Some are canon to the characters, some are not. Well, basically, I created an anime version of the event match mode from Super Smash Bros. We're going to be taking your favorite anime characters, putting them through other canon anime feats from other characters, and seeing how far they can go. Each round win is worth 1 point. Anime Sundays, are you ready?
Let's do it, man.
I'm ready.
So we have a bunch of different characters here. Let's see who we get.
Who we getting?
Oh, so the first character is Boji.
Boji.
All right, so now that we have
I don't know anything about Boji at all, so I don't know if he's strong as fuck or weak as fuck. I have no clue how strong Boji is.
Boji, we got to find out which event Boji has to go through first. It is all random. Let's see. Oh, wow. Magalore Soul.
No. 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 Kirby, no. That's no point. Boji cannot be a multiversal threat, bro. No.
Who is
No.
one of the strongest characters on the entire wheel. I think Boji just stops in the first round immediately. There's nothing he can do there.
I feel like he got cheated a little bit. Kirby anime, like, I feel you, but
Do you not want to, you don't want to count that?
I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about Kirby.
Kirby, if you don't know Kirby's like cosmology is fucking high as fuck. It's like multiversal. So yeah, Boji's not fucking surviving that shit. Game over.
Kirby or his situation at all. So that's
Kirby,
up to you.
Well, Kirby is pretty broken.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kirby's powerful, but
yeah, but here's the thing, right? There's a bunch of broken anime characters on the chart. So in order to find the scale of, greatness, we had to also make some broken events. Now, this is one of the events that only so few can really pass. Because this one is wild. Magalore Soul is up there with the upper dimensions. Creating black holes, ripping through galaxies, things in that nature. You gotta pack Boji up in the first round. It's all good though, Boji will keep going later on. Tough for Boji, 0 points. All right, so let's keep going. Okay. I did Natsu.
Natsu, can Natsu? No. As strong as Natsu is, with him like fucking, I forgot what Natsu did, but it was like some like very strong thing that he did. From what the thing that happened in 100 Years Quest, I don't really know much about it. I actually need to watch that anime. I need to watch that anime back again. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't think Natsu is strong. Like I'm not gonna lie, Natsu is strong, but he's not that strong enough to actually take on Magdalore's soul and survive. So no, Natsu does not win here.
Now I need to hear your takes on this.
Oh, you're Devin.
Oh, okay. The mission where Bakugo was kidnapped.
Easy. Yep, we can do it. Natsu can do it, yeah. Natsu's way faster than Natsu can smack the fucking MHA verse no diff. Natsu is fucking strong. So yeah, he can rescue Bakugo by himself. No problem. He's fine. He's not losing.
My Hero Academia. Yeah, Natsu has to rescue Bakugo in that scenario.
I would definitely say if it's more of like what All Might did when he went in there and got Bakugo out of that League of Villains little hideout, I think Natsu's more than capable to do so. If you're saying
yeah, and plus Dobby can't do shit to Natsu. He would just eat his flames. So what the fuck Dobby can do? Dobby's essentially useless. Natsu can dodge like light and shit. Nobody's hitting Natsu. Sorry, dude.
defeat all for one.
Nobody's
I
hitting
also
fucking
think he's more
Natsu.
than capable to do so.
Yes, absolutely.
So I don't think Natsu's worrying too much here. Now, I mean, they all did work as a team because, you know,
Do you think that's gonna work on Natsu? Do you really think teamwork's gonna work on Natsu? He smacked Sting and Rogue, and they were working together. He smacked 2 Dragon Slayers, 2 third generation Dragon Slayers by himself. He's gonna be fine.
they did have to set up, you know, certain pieces in play just to get them to even move Bakugo.
Right.
You know, from out of hiding. So it would be a little tougher by himself in terms of just literally getting bro, like, you know,
Yeah, the only issue is that Natsu is fucking destructive as fuck, so you might injure that Bakugo in the process. That's the problem.
like to be saved. But in terms of actually physically being able to do so, yeah, I believe he's more than capable.
Right. You know, Natsu definitely has the speed and the firepower to, you know, I mean, characters like Dabi, it would be a no-brainer. You know, Natsu would just go through everybody for the most part. He would obviously have to worry about, you know, I believe Kurogiri with the Warp Gate. But I mean, other than that though, I mean, for the most part, Bakugo is getting saved for sure. So we'll give Natsu 1 point so far. All right, go to the next event. Oh wow. Right.
Yes, Natsu can do that. Yes, he could defeat the Fire Lord from Avatar. Again, Natsu will smack the verse, no diff. He's winning that one.
Defeat Fire Lord Ozai.
Yes, he can. He legit. Natsu can eat his fire, and Ozai's done. Goodbye.
From
Bye.
Avatar. Okay.
I think so. I mean, it's pretty much most fire users, you know, matched up with Natsu. It's never really a good matchup if you're a fire user.
Yeah, unless you're like Shinra.
Yeah, unless you're
Yeah, it's like Shinra. It's like Shinra or yeah, Yamamoto, who can like burn like soul, like a whole soul and shit. Yeah, like if you have unless your fire is like stronger than Natsu's, you're not Natsu. But then again, Natsu. I don't know, man. Natsu's fucking broken. But again, yeah, Shinra. No, he's not beating Shinra.
Shinra and your power goes beyond fire in a sense, but you know the Fire Lord, I mean, again, Natsu already, you know, has the firepower to match him even at the Comet, and then again he is a Dragon Slayer, so he can eat fire. So at the end of the day, it's like you're really not doing much but just fuel, bro. So I mean, over Fire Lord, Fire Lord is definitely, you know, maybe a little bit more of a better martial artist, but you know at the end of the day, it's like, you know,
He wouldn't really match him.
especially when you talk about fire benders. You know, in terms of fire users in general, they're mostly kind of on the weaker side in the grand scheme of things. You know, just because of the fact that they can get burned. You know what I'm saying? They have like they have a lot of they don't have a high fealty or high durability to fire. You know, Natsu, fire doesn't really affect them.
But just like any every other the airbender, not only that, but it's also the resources too, because water is everywhere. Well, mostly everywhere, right? So like any liquid you have, anything you have has some form of water in it. Air is everywhere. Earth is everywhere. So it's also the resource as well, because it's not compared to like if you think about it, if someone's a firebender in the modern times, it'd be like, well, you can't can't really do much about it if you're a firebender nowadays. But if you're like an earthbender, waterbender, airbender, you're clapping. So it's also about the environment as well. It's not like when it comes to the environment, fire does not really work here, you know. So it's not everywhere like as air or water and shit like that.
You know what I mean? So
Exactly. We're giving Natsu another point here. We're going to the next event. All right, Natsu's got 2 so far. Oh.
No. If we're talking about if it's human Garo, I think Natsu can do it. But if it's cosmic Garo, then no. Natsu loses here.
man. I think I have to stop Natsu here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. No, I don't think he's gonna make it pretty much. Yeah, he's not. It's really not much you could do here.
Yeah, at this point, you know, this is somebody that was fighting toe-to-toe with Saitama. And we're talking on a level far beyond what we see Natsu accomplish. Again, people can talk about Natsu, you know, boxing against Ultier with the multi-dimensional orbs and everything, but at the end of the day, Cosmic Fear Garo is going through portals. It has gamma ray bursts. Literally him clashing with Saitama is moving the stars and planets around. Like, it's on a different level. You have to be of a certain caliber to be in this type of fight. Natsu is not there. Easily, I'm gonna have Natsu stop. But Natsu got 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on, let's do a bonus round. If I ask Natsu if he can find the 7 Dragon Balls, based on his response, I may give him an extra point. Let's see. I know you're wondering how I could do this. It's actually through the poly.
Okay, don't care. Get your money up. Get your money, dude. I don't care about AIs.
Oh, this might just this will just
I have no clue who this nigga is. Kosuke? I don't know who
be
this is.
me. Honestly, this is from the Law of Oweki. This is Oweki Kosuke. You know why I added him? Because he's too underrated. A lot of y'all need to find out how tough he really is. So I'm gonna see how far he could really go.
No, I don't know who he is.
Defeat Meruem. Now, in all honesty, I think Oweki from the Law of Oweki could definitely defeat Meruem. Now, a lot of people may be asking, how will he do that? Well, if you're looking at his level 2 talent, it has the ability to literally revert techniques. I think that would be extremely problematic for Meruem. Not only can he use Raika to keep up with his speed, but he has a Kurugane. He can fight from long range and short range. He has Mash, which he's able to trap him. He can defend with Fudo. Like, he has so many different techniques in his arsenal. He has the Flower Whip, he can fly, and he can even use his Mao, which is his teacher, which obviously just takes out all the will from his opponent. Is because it's all of Oweki's will itself. It's essentially the Law of Oweki's version of Haki. And I feel like he's an all-around great fighter. I think Meruem would be an issue in, I guess, close range battle, because, you know, Meruem is a very better combatant. But I think overall, Oweki has so many different moves in his arsenal, and if he's able to use his level 2 talent, which allows him to revert techniques, yeah, I'm giving that one to Oweki. So I'm gonna give Oweki 1 point here. All right, next up.
It's so funny because he didn't say nothing because he does not know jack shit about the characters. He's not saying anything here.
Oh, all right. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know.
I think
GER time stat. What are we talking?
Emperor Crimson does a time skip, but it's through erasure. So he's erasing a section of time. That is something that I feel like Oweki would not necessarily have a counter for. Now, again, he did fight against opponents who had time abilities, right? He fought against Marilyn that was able to turn 1 second into 10 seconds. So 1 second in real time, she slowed it down and was able to, you know, do a lot more moves and be a lot more calculated, right? But she wasn't as strategic as the likes of a Diavolo, right? Diavolo is way smarter than Marilyn was in Law of Oweki. And I feel like somebody with Marilyn's talent should be able to take down Oweki, at least at that point in the series. So I'm going to give the edge to Diavolo there. I think Oweki is definitely powerful, but it's just a little too much on the strategy side. Now, Oweki's is very smart as well, but with this stand ability that's able to literally do a time skip through erasure, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm gonna have Oweki stop in with 1 point, which is still good. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that. I wasn't expecting him to go super far, but watch the Law of Oweki, tap in.
He's not saying
Let's
anything.
see who's up next.
The other guy's not saying anything. He doesn't know jack shit about him. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna speak on it. Good.
Okay, Light Yagami. Oh wait, no, it's on Mob. Oh wow, it just got, it went to Mob. It looked like it was Light Yagami. All right, we got Mob. Okay, I'm with that. All right, let's see Mob's event.
He's a mob right here.
Ooh, okay. We're talking Kath from the 7 Deadly Sin. We know Kath has the power of chaos. We know that Meliodas and Merlin and Arthur and everybody was fighting Kath at the end. Now, this event you're only going to have Merlin helping out Mob. Can Mob get the job done and survive against Cath in that moment?
Well, I guess it just depends on if you're saying it's for the same time frame, like, because I believe when they had to survive, what did they just end up doing? Hiding for a certain amount of time until Arthur kind of woke up his abilities? I can't remember exactly what happened. But
Well, yeah, because Cath tried to eat them. And, you know, at some point, you know, Arthur turned up because Arthur also has the power of chaos. And that's how he was able to really go crazy. But Merlin was in there helping as well.
right. Well, I mean, if it's a matter of survival, I mean, I think it just depends on. I think it just depends on how long is the main thing. Because obviously he can't survive forever, you know. But could he survive as long as like Meliodas and them? I mean, it just depends on what you see. I mean, Mob, I would say his specialty is, you know, defense in a type of situation, in this type of situation. You know what I mean? If in terms of just running, defending, using his power to push, you know, Cath away, and then also he has Merlin's help to kind of keep his wits about him in terms of what they're dealing with. I think it's just a matter of time for sure.
Here's my thing. I think that Mob would need to be in unknown percent to pull something like this off. And the reason why I say that is because we know that in the unknown percent, he was able to literally get rid of Mogami's parallel dimension. Like, he literally wiped it away, right? The power of chaos requires that type of power. Now, is it something that he can access on will?
No.
I would say no. But in this instance, because Merlin is there, I believe Merlin is smart enough to draw that emotion and that power outside of Mob. Merlin has ways where she's able to, you know, make people stronger, like Arthur, you know, like she's done for other people in the series. Escanor, Merlin has that effect. So I feel like she would be able to help draw that energy out of Mob, get him to that unknown percent, and I feel like he would be able to survive. But I think he would need to be around that level to even compete against chaos, honestly.
I feel like when you say, can he do it at will? I don't think it's that hard for him. I feel like once he just lets go, that's when he starts getting into that triple question mark mode, because he does it so often in the show that I don't feel like it's so hard for him to get to that mode. But I do feel what you're saying. Like, Merlin definitely is the bigger aid to what Mob would need. So yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so we'll give Mob 1 point. All right, let's see what Mob has to do next.
What's next? What's Marvel do next?
Ooh, defeat Mahoraga from JJK.
It's a tough one. Defeat is kind of crazy because
Defeat Mahoraga, because isn't Mahoraga like the ultimate like adapter who can adapt to anything, if I'm correct? So, I don't know. I think for Mahoraga it's the hacks, not really much of the physical feats
I
itself.
feel like even when Sukuna had to defeat, bro, it was like end of the line stuff here. You know, Mahoraga just adapts to everything. Mob would have to do something like throw him in space or something. That's the only thing. That's the only way I can see him defeating, bro. I would say no.
Right, absolutely. No, you know what? We'll have Mob stop there. Mob has 1 point, which is good. That's good. That's not bad. All right, let's see who's up next.
Ah, damn.
Oh,
Sailor Moon.
the Sailor Moon.
Oh
Oh,
god.
it's free rent, honestly.
I mean, I want a free run too, honestly. Well, that's why I have certain things up here, right? Solo, Victor, and Dries from Undead Unluck.
Yes.
This one is
Yep, that's easy. If you know how strong Sailor Moon is, she's basically Goku level. Just to say that. For spoiler alert, Sailor Moon is basically Goku level. If not, probably a bit higher.
interesting. Because
I mean, not.
we know
if you're talking about manga version of Sailor Moon, I think she is a bit higher than Goku in terms of power. So.
Victor's obviously undead. But Dries as a negator, her ability is on justice.
Oh, okay.
Which
I haven't caught up. So.
Oh, in the anime? In the anime?
Yeah, I only watched like 4 episodes.
Oh, okay. So her ability is unjustice, which essentially, like, she can change what you believe is justice, essentially, right? So she can have you turn on your allies, fight your own people, do things like that. I feel like Sailor Moon is obviously way more powerful. than Victor and Judy's. But from a Hack's perspective, can we say that Injustice would pretty much negate what Sailor Moon's makeup is as a character? That's the real question.
I don't think so, bro. I mean, Sailor Moon has definitely dealt with enemies of mind manipulation and probably of higher caliber. If we're going down the road to say that's kind of what we're relating Unjust to, but I mean, again, when you get with characters like Sailor Moon, bro, it's like if you're not even already in the caliber, I don't really see your abilities having an everlasting effect. And then it's also like, yeah, even if she did get it to work for some time, I'm sure it has a limit or duration. I'm sure it's just like, I'm sure eventually when you just look at who has a longer time frame to use their abilities, I would still give it to Sailor Moon, honestly.
So you're doing the DBZ clause, which is you have to have a certain level of AP to even have your abilities
I just
or
feel
your
like,
hacks work on me.
I just feel like, in general, when you talk about hacks to characters who are constantly dealing with hacked out characters, it's like there has to be a certain level of caliber. You know, it's like when you look at like the time stop with Hit, but then you say you may look at like Show's time stop. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're similar abilities, some would say that like it's no contest with Hit because
Yeah, because again, it's the cosmology too. You have to realize it's the cosmology, how the universe works. And since the cosmology of Sailor Moon is higher than Under the Unluck, then the Unjust wouldn't really affect Sailor Moon like that, you know?
he's already using his ability on such way more powerful characters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To like do a time stop on a Goku or whoever, people who power up and destroy and, you know, shake universes. It's like, it's very similar to Sailor Moon. It's like, we know that, yeah, sure, maybe undead, you know, Andy may still be not necessarily destroyed, but then even then, I still feel like Sailor Moon's probably more powerful attacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that it's like, it's very similar to Unjust, you know, it's like somewhere,
Sailor Moon, you give Sailor Moon 1 point, so far 1 point, C, I think I can
Yeah.
Yeah, so at 1 point, Sailor Moon, yeah, I did it.
Yes. Move. Moving on. If she can smack fucking Grimjow, she can smack Ed Steph. Moving on.
Clean
Moving
sweep.
on.
Yeah.
Clean sweep. Doesn't
Moving
have
on.
a chance.
What's the maximum here? Just keep going until the whole wheel is?
Yeah. Take Luffy's pain and Thriller Bar.
Yes. Moving on. Let's move on.
I would imagine so. I just don't know. I think it's interesting here because what defines the pain tolerance? She can take more damage than Luffy, but I just think
Right.
if you try to say like, well, she would feel the same amount of pain that Luffy felt.
Well, it would be exactly as Kuma did it. Take Luffy's
Right.
pain and pass it on to Zoro. It's essentially the same.
One of the fucking best moments I have ever seen in anime in my fucking life, bro. You see Zoro standing there, dripped out, covered in his blood. What happened? Nothing happened. Fucking boss, man. One of the best fucking moments.
Same
Fuck,
thing.
man. That moment's
Right.
so good.
I got you.
Could she withstand that?
Yeah, I got you, absolutely. But I think it's interesting because I think it's more just so. What I would be saying is not the same thing. I was thinking it more like if you were saying that she felt like the equal amount of level of pain that Luffy felt, but in terms of like to her though, you know what I mean?
No, it's just whatever Luffy experienced.
Right.
That's what she's experienced. I know what you're saying now. You're saying
Right.
that
This is Marineford, not Filler. Why are you showing Marineford? Show Filler.
like in her verse, you know, maybe her being hit by a planet is gonna feel like a punch in One Piece or something, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, but
it would be the same pain that Luffy experienced.
I think she'll be fine. She takes a lot of, she could take a lot of damage, so she should be fine.
Another one.
Yeah, Sailor Moon going.
Sailor Moon's going crazy. All right, another one.
Moving on. Sailor Moon probably gonna beat this whole list, bro. Yeah, she can. Sailor Moon definitely can. Moving on.
With Zenitsu.
Yeah, we gotta give her a minimum points.
Yeah. So we'll do 5. If a character reaches 5 points, then they're safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it looks like Sailor Moon has just reached 5.
Yes, because if we spin this whole thing, this whole video is probably gonna be about just Sailor Moon.
Yeah, can you imagine though, like
react to that? What do you mean react to that?
Sailor Moon in the
React
battle
to what?
with Tengen, like fear not.
Yeah, those characters have no shot. Next up.
Who's next?
All right, Light Yagami, finally. All right, let's go. All right, so
All
we
right.
have Light Yagami up.
One of the best characters I've ever seen in anime, bro. Fuck, man. Death Note is so good. I'm not the biggest fan of the second half when Light dies, when L dies, when L dies, but Death Note, bro, so good.
Let's see how far he goes.
But he's fucked because physically he's fucked. He has no physical feats like that. So let's see what he can do.
Defeat Very Heart Zero.
Nope, he's not. He's not doing it. He's out. He's already gone. He's already gone, bro.
From Fairy Tail.
Nope. Nope.
I mean,
not seeing it.
Yeah. I don't think you could write his name down fast enough.
He can't even.
The problem is, will the Death Note effect even work on Zeref? That's the problem. He's basically cursing immortality and shit, so I'm not sure if I'll work on him.
He can't even die.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
he's trying to die.
And I don't think the Death Note has any immortality negation techniques. So yeah, I don't know if it negates immortality. So he's kind of fucked. Light's kind of fucked here.
The show. He wanted Natsu to kill him like half the show.
Yep. So Light is sitting on 0 points, a goose egg. Next up.
I feel like lowering the fucking quality just Deku.
Yeah, Deku.
Yeah. Put my fries in the bag, bro. No, I was kidding.
Yo, put the fries in the bag, little bro.
You're crazy. Okay, pass the Royal Knights selection exam in Black Clover.
He'd be fine. Yeah, I would say Deku could pass it. He'd be fine. Oh fuck, no, I don't want music. Fuck off. I think Deku would be fine.
So with this scenario, we all remember how that went down.
Well, it depends on what team he's on.
Right, exactly. I was going to do in this scenario, just because we have Deku, is give him a team of Class 1A members. So it's gonna be, Deku, Bakugo, Totoro, and a Light.
Yeah, of course the big three.
Can they get through that scenario where everybody was at that time during the Royal Knights selection?
I definitely believe so. I feel
like
Langris was moving wicked.
Oh, Langris. Oh no, oh no, they might have trouble with him. But besides that, I think they'll be fine.
In that Royal
yeah,
Knights
but
selection.
I mean, Deku now is pretty powerful, so I wouldn't knock
Absolutely.
it.
What's
But
up?
also, I feel like giving him Todoroki and Bakugo. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like I feel like you would just give him other knights in Black Clover. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
but then which team would you add him to?
I mean,
right?
I feel like any team. I feel like any team, maybe besides.
See, that's the thing.
Oh god, my quality's going down. Oh no. No, I load the quality here, so it's okay.
Goal is to destroy the crystal. If he's with other Magic Knights, because there are Magic Knights that he is stronger than that are in this exam. So
Absolutely.
it's like, I feel like if you're gonna say that, say you just randomly put him on a team, I feel like he has just as much of a good chance of passing as like
Thanks,
somebody who.
Gaming. Thanks for this. Oh shit, I can't. Oh, thanks for the sub. I got 2 subs. Whoopsie. Hold on a second. Let me fucking change this shit here. Let's see 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 here. Thanks for the sub, homies. We're almost there. 48, 48, 48. Hey, let's go job, guys. Big ups. Big ups.
Got off kind of scot-free with a strong team. You know what I'm saying? Because wasn't Mimosa in it? Like, wasn't like...
Or do you think he could? You think he could survive on any team?
I feel like his chance... I feel like if you're saying a Mimosa... Did Mimosa's team survive? Who else is kind of weak?
I was gonna give him his team from his verse.
That would make... I feel like that would give him a huge disadvantage, though. Because I feel like...
Yeah, because Black Clover characters are stronger than My Hero Academia characters. So that's a disadvantage of using his own cosmology and shit. So
He's...
because let's be honest, no one in My Hero Academia is fast and light.
Because I feel like he's... The rest of the people in
They're
his
all like
verse really
hypersonic.
can't hang in terms of... percentage-wise with
Oh, they
the other
can't.
Magic Knights. You feel me? I feel like Deku's kind of in like the pretty much like... If you
What's my favorite game? I don't know. Give me a genre first, then I can probably answer that one. Or probably be easier to answer that one.
You want to say like, you know, what's the 50-50 split? I feel like he's on like the 55, maybe 60% side of like the strong characters. You feel me? Especially at this time, because we know Asta's not that strong here.
Right.
Like Asta and Yuno are very powerful. Don't get me wrong, but
But that's what I'm saying. But that's my point to you. It's at this time in Black Clover, right? At this time in Black Clover, we're not looking at what
But here's the problem. Which Deku are you using? Are you matching Season 1 Deku to a Season 1 Black Clover? That's the issue here.
Asta was doing against Dante and what Asta's doing in the manga. We're just talking about specifically at this moment, Deku as he is now. I think
Okay, as
Deku,
he's now.
Bakugo, and
Oh, as he's now, I think he'd be fine, honestly. I think as he is now, I think that'd be fine.
and Todoroki
I don't know. I still think Asta and Yuno are still stronger than Deku at this time.
to where Deku is now.
Yeah, I don't know about the manga again because I don't know, you know, how much more powerful he is. But Deku's
Cause you don't read the manga. Just say that, bro. Just say you don't read the manga, bro. It's okay to say that.
still not prime All Might level, and I still feel like you would have to be at least regular All Might level to hang with a Yuno at this time. Like Yuno at this time, Fairy takeover with fighting against Real
Yeah, he beat Real.
in the sky. Like Deku is still, I still don't think Deku is that. Like right now, yeah, maybe like if you said Shigaraki for the sake of Shigaraki's ability, but I don't think
2013 to 2014? No, I meant like what do you mean? Like, is it action game, like first person shooter game? That's what I meant, not the year. Gamer Ethan. Now it's it's kind of tough. I've played a lot of games throughout a period of 9 years, so it's kind of hard to say which one's my favorite.
think that Deku at this time is like still stronger than an Asta and Yuno. I think he's stronger than a Mimosa. He can hang with a lot of cats, but I don't think if you look at the top 5 people in the Magic Knight exam at that time, right? It was probably Asta, Yuno, Real, Longris, and who else? Who else was in?
Maybe Luck.
Okay, Luck. But you still do have guys from Fugalion's side and etc. So
All right, let's give Deku 1 point so far.
if you say Bakugo, Todoroki, and him are a team, I feel like then they wouldn't win.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked.
He's cooked. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
good year.
so,
He had a great run. Deku is going to stop with 1 point because he has no chance against Cosmic Fear Garo. Next up. Ooh, okay. I kind of like this.
Go on.
All right. We have Gone Freaks from Hunter. Let's see what he has first.
Nope, he's not. Gone. Oh god, 0 points for gone because he is not surviving the cell games. That's for sure. No.
Oh, win cell games. Oh man. Well, you know,
They could have said at least like survive a Cell Junior something, but yes, terrible.
terrible, man. Oh man, I want to go further, honestly. All right, yeah, that's tough. Gone's at 0 points. Next up. Okay,
Meliodas.
There we go. Got Meliodas. Win Greed Island. Hunter x
Yes.
Hunter.
Yeah, I think he can. Yep. Yep. Meliodas is doing it. Meliodas is very strong. Any types? Fuck. That's not really helping me. Any type of game. I can't really help you with that answer, bro. I don't have a favorite one. How about that? I don't have a favorite game.
I think he could get it done. You know, this is about collecting cards, and I don't believe there's anybody in there that can really.
Well, yeah, this should be fine. This is like barely any Nen training going here. You know, been no going and kill with 2 days in training, running through, you know,
Yeah.
half the island.
Yeah, they
so.
beat Genthru and all these other
Yeah.
people. Yeah. Easy point for Meliodas here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they just putting Melly in the Hunter x Hunter verse.
Yeah, I guess so. Learn Nen. So this is more of an IQ event. Do we think Meliodas has the IQ to learn Nen abilities?
Yeah, I don't think it's that hard. I mean, it's the master of, you know, demon magic here right now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't think he's gonna struggle with too much. I feel like I feel like you already have to just have some type of aptitude to just control the commandments in your body.
Right.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
I completely agree with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Meliodas is definitely
He's
fine
fine.
here. Defeat Show from Fire Force.
yeah, I think so. I believe so.
Well, Show's ability, he pretty much slows down time to like almost 0, but not exactly. But yeah, I think Meliodas is too powerful.
All you have to do is be light speed, and you can get through it. And I mean, I feel like you could get Meliodas pretty close. I mean, I would say he's at least light speed.
Give Meliodas another point.
Haven't seen Fire Force. Can't really defeat that.
Defeat Ayana Koji in chess.
No.
In Classroom of
No. He's not defeating Koji in chess. Yeah, he's done. He stops here. He's not beating him in chess, bro. He's not beating Koji in chess.
the
dude.
Elite.
Nope.
He's cooked.
He's cooked. He's cooked.
He's done.
He's cooked.
Oh man, oh man. Yeah,
He's
I completely agree with you. I don't think he has a chance.
Should have said Merlin or somebody.
Man.
And
tough.
even then, I don't even watch Classroom Elite, and I still wouldn't put my chips in Merlin's hands, honestly.
Meliodas has 3 points. He made it pretty far. Aaron from AOT.
Okay.
Okay, passed the provisional licensing exam in My Hero Academia.
No, he can't. No, can he? Cause that's like big maybe. I'll say big maybe.
So that's
he
when
probably
they fought
can.
the other teams, right? The other
Yeah,
schools.
and we know Todoroki and Inasa did fail. And Bakugo.
But Inasa's fucking shot with the wind and shit. Oh, gee. But I think he'll pass this. I think Aaron will pass this one.
I believe, because
Yeah,
you
he
know,
passed it.
teamwork does matter in this type of scenario. Somebody like Aaron.
Oh,
does
he's
he have
not.
Team.
Oh, he's not a team player. This nigga ain't no team player. You know, fuck, this nigga ain't no team player. Nah. I think he's gonna pass it, but he's gonna definitely have some trouble though. Cause in terms of chemistry, bro.
Well, what powers are we does he have here? Are we saying, I guess?
No, I don't think he should have access to the rumbling like that because he needs Zeke for that. So no, I think he should have all the powers that he has before he makes contact with Zeke. So he has the Warhammer, the Attack Titan, and the Founding Titan. Limited amount.
Well, we give access to the rumbling. We'll give him the founding
Rumbling.
attack titan.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. As well, the hero licensing exam, right? It does check on your combat ability, but it also checks on your ability to rescue people and work in a team.
Yeah, Aaron is failing off 2 out of 3 of those. So he's not rescuing people. What's the other one again?
Aaron do that?
Well,
Oh.
it's not like he doesn't know.
Okay, teamworking, he could do that, but post time skip, no. Saving people, big no. Combat, okay, yeah. So I would say teamwork is iffy. Saving people's a no-no. Combat's a yes.
How to save people. It's just that is he gonna be on a team? Are we saying he's with UA, or are we saying he's with Inasa's high school? Because it's not like they were by themselves.
Right. Well, in this scenario, we'll treat it as you treated the Royal Knights exam, right? So
Right.
they're gonna be all.
So I mean,
he's gonna be joining a team, essentially, a school.
I feel like if it comes down to
Joining. Okay, so basically, same people's a no-no. Okay, he's always hero, so same people's gonna be a no-no. Teamwork's gonna be a no-no. He's very picky on who to work with. So he only has combat. So I'm not sure you're gonna make that one. It's a big if. He's got a lot of trouble.
We know Aaron don't like to work with anybody at some point.
It's not about working together. I mean, you think about when Aaron's abilities aren't really made for saving people. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he would have to go out his way to try to
not only his abilities, but him himself. He's not much of a I'm gonna save your life type of person. Like, obviously, he did save Mikasa's life, but that's more of an exception to the rule. But yeah, generally, he's not doing that. He's not saving people like that, bro. He's not a saving person.
think about saving people,
So-
but he has done a lot for his people. You know what I'm saying? Like when it
Yeah.
comes to Paradise and the members of his squad, especially when they attacked Marley the first time.
I know it's tough though. It's
I'm
tough
gonna say no.
right.
He
That's
would,
what I'm
he
leaning
would
towards.
fail
Yeah.
just simply because, one, I don't think his abilities are really made for saving people that well. Not to say that he couldn't save people with his abilities, but also, two, it's like, even when they attacked Marley, the scouts were looking out for each other.
Right.
In a sense. You know what I'm saying? They were kind of letting Aaron do his thing, and then they were like, well, we're going to try to do our best to, save whoever, stop Peak, stop the Beast type, you know what I mean? Things
Right,
of that
right.
nature. But no, I don't see him working with the other UA characters to keep casualties low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I completely agree with that, honestly. I think Aaron is... First off, he would have to nerf himself throughout the entire exam, essentially. He couldn't use the rumbling. There's certain techniques he couldn't use because just collateral damage.
Yeah,
would
and then
be
there's
harming
no
people.
other Titans there to control.
Yeah, it would be bad. It would be bad to have Aaron in that type
Yeah.
of...
Now, if you were saying he was doing Gang Orca's job, that might be an interesting topic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got to defeat Aaron, but...
All right, Aaron has 0 points. Okay. Ash Ketchum.
Oh my goodness,
boy.
Ash Ketchum.
The world champion
my goodness.
himself, Ash Ketchum. Let's see. Oh,
Does he have any legendary Pokemon, or what?
I mean, who are the strongest Pokemon that Ash has ever had in his arsenal?
I don't know. You gotta tell me, bro.
Yeah, I don't know too. I don't know either. Ash, the amount of fucking Pokemon Ash had and come and gone, bro. He has so many Pokemon that I don't even know, bro. But I know for a fact, I know that he does not have any. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any legendary Pokemon. So he's fucked here.
I thought he had a couple legendaries, or at least was friends with a couple of them. I don't know.
I mean, which Pokemon could defeat Boros is the real question.
I would say there's a couple legendary Pokemon that could probably defeat
Arceus,
Boros, bro.
Deoxys.
Like Arceus.
Yeah, what's old boy that can
Arceus probably
I
can.
don't know all my Pokemon, bro. But
Who,
I
Deoxys?
I
Deoxys?
was just looking at another Pokemon that could mess with reality, but
I think Arceus would be able to do it.
I don't know, bro. It just depends if you say they under Ash, I mean, I mean, Boros is still hard to kill though, regardless.
Of course, because he can regen. Yeah, I mean, Ash has a Lucario. He did have a Mewtwo.
I don't think Mewtwo can hang with Boros.
You ain't gonna give him the Mewtwo love? All right, well, Ash is cooked.
Yeah, I don't see.
I mean, if Ash had Arceus, which is obviously impossible, but if Ash had like Arceus, then I'll probably give it to him. But yeah, nah. We have Kafka.
Kafka.
From Kaiju number 8. Okay, let's see what he has to do. Oh my gosh.
Is that fine?
He's not finding One Piece. He's gone. He's not finding One Piece, homie. Sorry,
And
dude.
the One
No.
Piece?
Find the One Piece.
Nope.
Oh man. All right.
Well, I feel like
let's talk about this.
Yeah, but I feel like since only one person ever did it, I feel like it just depends.
Whoa. Okay, well, first of all, Roger did made the One Piece. He did not actually find it. He created it at this point. So yeah, that's why he's the only one, because he's the creator of the One Piece. Because the One Piece, we don't know what the One Piece is, but we know that Roger was the one behind the creation of it. So, it could be found too, because we don't know what the One Piece is. So Roger was either the only one that found it, or he created it himself. So.
As of what you're saying, like how far he'll get.
Yeah, how far will he go? Will he be in that?
Is he an end game One Piece level character?
Right, exactly. Now we're asking the right questions.
Well, I don't read the manga, so I'm not sure how much stronger he gets. If you say right now in the anime, I mean, I wouldn't really put. I don't think Kafka could beat Luffy.
No,
New
he can't.
World or pre-time skip? Or are you saying right now?
Right now.
Yeah, of course not. Not right now.
So it's like.
But do you think he's strong enough to at least be in the New World?
Well, I mean, in the new world, I mean, yeah, he's pretty powerful, especially in that that rage mode that we saw. Kafka's pretty strong, especially now that we know his durability can really be like that too. In terms of just moving his core around, he reassembled himself around his core. You know what I mean?
Right. He essentially stopped like a nuke.
He could definitely hang in the new world. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I bet you he'd get up after getting hit by Shanks.
Oh, nah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Wow. Captain Kidd catching the stray.
I'm just saying, man, if that's the bar,
That's hilarious,
to be
though.
in the new world, to defeat a Yonko is Kid.
Yeah.
I mean, Kafka can hang.
But we don't think he's getting to the level of a Yonko.
Nah, because, I mean,
if he has to
Not
fight
yet.
it.
Nah, he's not making. Unless in the manga he gets like significantly way stronger. Which again, I don't know. Which I mean, I would imagine he gets stronger.
Right.
But I mean,
But within the verse, even the threats that they are hinting towards, there's stronger kaiju out there and everything. I don't think
I mean, I feel like
anything that they have really is going to, I guess, mess with some Yonko level characters or some of the higher admirals. But
well, I mean, I wouldn't knock a kaiju being able to destroy the kaiju world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the kaiju are often seen as kind of like close to apocalyptic type characters. Like, if enough of them start to roam, or if one gets real powerful, he could devastate nations, maybe the whole world. So I don't think it's crazy to say that there may be a kaiju coming that could be a planetary threat. I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, we can't just use.
Now that's an assumption, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, I'll say no.
Oh my goodness,
I'll say
pause,
I don't think
nigga.
he can get to that
you don't
last
think
island.
he's not getting to
Jesus Christ.
Laugh Tail.
But
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know if it was, I think it was probably me, but
what do I say that there may be threats in his world that may be comparable? I could see it because we're only in season 1, and kaiju number 2 was definitely a country level threat. You know what I mean? Nation level threat. So it's like, if that's how we're starting, I don't see it being out of the realm of possibility.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, but I don't think he makes it though.
We'll go Kafka, 0 points. All right, let's do one more here.
Boom.
Rimuru. Oh god. Yeah, he's getting his 5 points. Let's go.
All right, so we have Rimuru here.
What's up, Sully? Yeah. Matter of fact, tell Rimuru to beat the Shinobi Alliance. He can do it. He can fucking do it.
Survive the Shinobi
Survive the
Alliance.
Shinobi Alliance.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Yes, he
absolutely.
can.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yes, he can.
I don't know about light novel Rimuru, so I'm not gonna try to say,
Give any version of Rimuru, he can do it. It's fine.
web novel Rimuru is, XYZ Goku level. But I would definitely say that from what we've seen him do to even become a demon lord, yeah, I don't think it'd be a problem for him. He literally wiped out a whole army with one move before he was even a demon lord. And then now, of course, with the crazy plethora of unique skills that he's acquired, even with Naruto there, I don't see them taking the dub. 5 Kage, his biggest thing would probably be like maybe endurance, stamina, because again, he did fight old girl again in the new season, and it was a draw.
Oh my goodness, what is going on here? I have fucking frames dropping, nigga. I got 2,504 frames just dropped. What the fuck? Maybe I need to chill out on the brightness.
Pretty much. So it's not like he can't be stopped. But I don't know if the 5 Kage have what it takes. Now, you saying Naruto and Sasuke trying to seal him? Well, I don't even know if you can seal Rimuru, honestly. You could just eat it.
Well, that's where I was gonna go.
Yeah,
I think Rimuru was on a completely different level.
Yeah. I think combat wise, he's very close to Naruto and Sasuke in terms of fighting. But I think when it comes to just all his other hacks, yeah, it should be no problem for real.
Yeah. Okay. So we will give Rimuru 1 point so far.
He can. Let's move on.
All right. Defeat the Rocks Pirates.
Yes, he
You get
can.
to pick either
Yes, he
Roger or
can.
Garp as
Yes,
an
he
ally.
I'm
can.
gonna say yeah, man.
Yep.
I think he defeated the Shinobi Alliance. Yeah.
With either Roger or Garp, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Get both
Yeah,
of them,
He
nigga.
probably need Roger
Throw both of them in there. You just still get smacked.
Garp's help, honestly.
That's 2 points for Rimuru. He gets past that. Defeat Pain
Yes, move on. Rimuru can defeat Pain.
from
Move
Naruto.
on.
I say yes, absolutely. Another point. Defeat Irene from Fairy Tail. You have that?
That's
I
good.
agree. No, absolutely.
Yep. Yes, he can. If he can defeat Urza's mama, move on.
I mean, her magic, it's got, a lot of limits to it. But nah, yeah, he should have no problem for real.
Okay. So Rimuru is at 4 points.
Yes, he can. Move on. Yo, this man can okay. Rimuru can smack. Fuck, he can. Bro, this man can smack the whole rumbling, the whole world of that series. The whole verse gone.
Stop the rumbling.
Yes, he can. Move on.
Yeah,
Yes,
I believe so. I believe so, absolutely.
So Rimuru, yeah, we're gonna give Rimuru 5 points here.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
5 points maxed out. Rimuru, and listen, I'm not surprised if you look at the score sheet here. I'm not surprised who got maxed out. And
Yeah, it's the fucking multiversal threats. Sailor Moon and fucking Rimuru are multiversal, bro. Of course they're gonna fucking do that. Okay. Let's see here. What's Ami Upward doing? JJK made everyone mad. Oh my goodness, I don't want to talk about JJK right now. Let's see how DSP doing. Has he got his money up? Let's see here. Let's see if he's got money up. Oh god, he's still at $17. Oh shit. guess all of his peasants are broke right now. Oh shit. Let's see how DSP doing.
No, you can level up any.
Oh shit, fuck.
That the loot's not there. That's ridiculous that the loot's not there.
This nigga.
Here's the
$130.
contests. So these are the contests.
Unbelievable. And people actually pay for this nigga, bro. Let's see what he got. Hector Salamanca. Yeah, I can see how she's doing. Oh, I want to see Brown Table though. Getting dubs in Marvel Fortnite. Okay. Let's see how Brown Magic's doing. In defense of Shrek. Let's hear fucking Shrek, bro. Fucking love Shrek. Let's do it. Let's do Shrek.
Hey guys, literally nobody asked for this, but I was just thinking about Shrek Forever After, the fourth Shrek, the other day, and I was thinking to myself about the Do the Roar scene, right? So I
Do the roar. I love you, daddy. Do the roar. Hey, do the roar. Fucking love that scene.
rewatched the movie, I watched that scene again, and Shrek is so misunderstood in the scene. I'm so sorry.
Yes, I understand because he was so stressed out. The cake was ruined. His kids were acting up and shit. Everyone's all that noise and shit. Yeah, bro. And that kid was still saying, "Diddle, diddle, 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 diddle." I was like, okay, bro. I understand why.
Let's look at it.
Come on, Shrek, it's a sing-along. You've got to sing along.
No thanks.
So to give this scene the context it properly deserves, Shrek has been having a rough few weeks leading up to his triplets' birthday party. It's hard enough having one baby, right?
Fucking triplets, man. Damn.
So he has been going through it. The townspeople have turned his house into a
Cause also that too. They turned his house into like a touring guide. So now not a tourist attraction. So it's now like he has no privacy. And then his fucking kids and shit. Oh my goodness.
tour destination. According to him, he does not feel like a real ogre. He feels like a fake ogre, whatever that means.
Because ogres are usually feared. So since nobody's afraid of him, really, you're just like he doesn't really feel like an ogre. He doesn't really feel like an actual ogre.
He feels like what Shrek 3 made him into.
Shrek
A
deferred.
silly joke for kids, a silly little thing to laugh at, point and laugh, right?
Yeah.
That he doesn't feel like he's being taken seriously as an ogre. Not only that, but raising triplets, like 3 babies, is hard enough as it is. So he's been going through it this week especially, and a stressful situation is bound to bring out the worst in people.
Why does being your best friend entail me doing everything I don't want to do? Please, Felicia, not in Daddy's ear.
So this just shows his baby annoying him. Babies do that. Children do that. Children annoy their parents. She doesn't mean it. She doesn't mean any harm. And, he's still pretty chill about it. He tells Donkey, no, I'm not going to do whatever you just asked me to do. He's chill. He's cool. He's a bit annoyed, but he's like, he's holding it together. Despite the fact that he's stressed, he's still holding things together, right? He's keeping a calm affect.
Excuse me, Mr. Shrek. Could you do that ogre roar of yours for my son? He's a big fan.
Do the roar. Do the roar. Oh, that scene will never get old, man. Do the roar. How does your son have a deeper voice than you, bro? Do the roar.
I'd rather not. It's my kid's birthday party.
Do the roar. Do the roar. I love you, daddy. Do the roar.
So this is annoying. Obviously, this is a kid and a dad turning, quote, the ogre roar into a little trick, right? Like, hey, I heard you could juggle. Can you please juggle for my kid? He'd love to see you juggle. He's a big fan. Shrek is not a superstar. Shrek is not an actor. Shrek is not a musician. You should not be a fan of someone who is just living their daily life.
Is she outside or some shit? Why he like always all this wind and shit? Like, if she's like outside like a windy day, and that's understandable why I hear that shit. Cause typically you hear that shit when like you're on a windy day.
That is insulting. If someone told you that they were a fan of yours just because you're Mexican or Chinese or something, that would be insulting to you, right? because who you are as a person should not warrant fans.
There's not that comparison to ogres and Nifty, by the way. Just a basic comparison to being a fan of yours because you're black, or Mexican, Chinese, while commodifying in a weird way that you if you aren't sentient. Okay. So basically, she's basically saying that I'm a fan of you because you're black. It's like people voting for Kamala Harris because she's black and a woman.
Right? If you're not producing art, if you're not a musician, an actor, or something like that, then why are you a fan of me? Because of who I am? Because I'm an ogre? That's insulting. But he holds it together. He doesn't get upset. He's still pretty chill.
And not only that, it's also his kids' birthdays, and I highly doubt they really want to hear that. Maybe I don't know if I haven't watched Shrek in a long time, so I don't know if they're really fond of hearing the kid. I'm not sure the kids like Shrek's kids are really fond of really hearing Shrek's lore, but yeah, it's also that too. It's also not to cause a scene as well because obviously you call it your large ass scream. That's caused a scene, which obviously what happened in the movie.
It's like, I'd rather not. It's my kid's birthday party. I'd rather not do it.
Honey, why don't you go check on the cake?
Sure.
Oh yeah, then the cake got fucking ruined. Yeah.
And don't forget the candles.
So this is a pet peeve of mine as well. Like when somebody tells me something so obvious, like, hey, go wash the dishes. Make sure you put the drain in right so the water isn't spilling out as you're washing. Right? Like that's something so obvious. Like no, duh. So of course he's not going to forget the candles when he goes to get the cake. And he's already kind of annoyed. Like he hasn't had time to process the annoying do the roar thing. Like how dare you make me showing that I'm upset into a like juggling sort of thing. Oh, can you do the roar for me? Like no, what? He hasn't even had time to process that, so that annoyance is still high on the
Day and night, down to that close down. Yo, fucking Day and Night's such a good song. Fucking love Kid Cudi.
top of his conscience. So just asking someone when they're already annoyed to do something else, that's going to make them more annoyed. And on top of that, adding something as obvious as don't forget the candles is bound to increase that even more. But I will say that Fiona did not deserve the little attitude there, but it's a good thing that he turned around to roll his eyes because, if Shrek is stressed out, Fiona's twice as stressed out, right?
Mr. Shrek. Howdy, Shrek. Your cake. Yeah. Voila.
Oh, what is that supposed to be?
That sprinkles the ogre.
So this is annoying.
Oh, that's also annoying because instead of making the face a fucking scary face, he's like all cutie and shit. That's another shot at his pride as an ogre. So yeah.
For obvious reasons. It goes along with the do the roar thing, kind of like they're making a joke out of who he is as a person. As an ogre, right? Like being an ogre isn't
just what he is.
as much of a joke as just like being black isn't, right? Like if somebody told me like, hey, you're black, say yo 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 or some shit like that. Hey, you're black, twerk. Hey, you're black, can you rap for us? Like I would feel kind of the same way a little bit.
I know how that feels. I remember back in high school, bro. We had like I remember back in high school we had like lunch periods, and like we had the option because back in our day we couldn't go in the hallways because not back in our day, I'm not fucking old, because when I was in high school because COVID was happening, right? So for us it was either you can't be lingering around the hallways like that all the time, so it's either you go outside or you stay inside. It's not, you can't go in the hallway and shit like that. So basically, and also we couldn't go inside like our gyms because that also causes COVID and shit like that. So it's either we go outside completely or we stay in our classrooms. And whenever it's like raining hard or some shit like that, we would stay in the classrooms. And then like you found like okay, then like we were like what we used to do is like we used to do like freestyles and shit. Like we used to teach this computer and then we do like freestyles. And whenever a beat comes on, they'll be like, "Yo, Tamar, can you do it?" I'm like, "Can you like rap and shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can, freestyle here and there." And then like, yeah, I understand that we're kind of going through, where it's like, okay, well, freestyle's gonna happen. They're gonna look at me or like my other friend who's also light skinned. So it's like, yeah, it's like I understand what they're trying. I understand what they're trying to say, but yeah. But I think it's also like a shot at Shrek's pride because he's not scary anymore. Right? He has kids and shit. So like people don't really see him as a scary person. So that's another shot at Shrek's pride as a person.
No, I would feel more the same way if they said, "Hey, you're a black woman. Can you show us your angry face?" Something like that. So okay, that is 1-to-1. That's literally
Hey, you're black. Can you show us your Glock? Hey, you're Mexican. Can you cook us up some tacos? Hey, you're white. Can you pay my mortgage?
1-to-1.
Sorry.
If someone said
That's
something like that to me, that would be on the same level as Do the Roar. So I can't really find.
It's like going to like a fucking like going to like it's like going to fucking J. Cole and say, hey, do some freestyling.
A 1-to-1
freestyle.
example with this cake, but it just represents everything that they've turned being an ogre into, right?
Yeah, because ogres used to be scared. They used to be scary. Now they're not. So that's a shot at Shrek's pride.
It's like if I was a bodybuilder and somebody was gonna make a wax statue of me and they made it a little skinny teenage looking boy, right? That is how I feel would be closer to 1-to-1 with this. Like, I'm not that. I am a fearsome, title winning boxer, and you made my sculpture a little teenaged boy with no muscles. It's something kind of like that. It's icing on the cake. Literally icing on the cake.
Isn't he cute? He looks just like you. But happy. It's a party, Shrek. You gotta cheer up.
I'm in a great mood, actually.
This has the same energy as, you just had the worst day of your life. You got fired. You accidentally, dropped all of your shit outside. It was raining, right? Somebody drove past a puddle and sprayed all the water on you.
Oh, I fucking hated it. That happened to me one time. I was going to school. It was like raining heavily, right? Heavily, right? And then I was going to school, and then like a fucking car came in, whoosh. Cause they didn't want to fucking, cause a yellow light was happening. They didn't want to fucking stop, so they sped down to not be caught by the red light. So yeah, that happened to me before. And I'm gonna say right now, I was soaking wet the whole fucking day. It was fucking torturous.
You have to walk home. All of that happened to you, right?
And don't forget, imagine being soaking wet, sitting down in a chair for like hours. Your ass is gonna be like your clothes are gonna be attached to your fucking ass. It's like one whole organism, bro.
Right? And then a guy walks past you and he's like, "Smile, beautiful." That has the same energy of this. Shrek is clearly not in the best of moods, right?
Yeah, again, he's basically being made fun of, and then everyone's like, "Yo, cheer up, bro, be happy." Yeah, he looks like you. So yeah.
Telling someone who's in a bad mood to smile is the worst idea in the world because you don't know.
It depends on the person. It really depends on the person. Sometimes that person will do it naturally, but yeah, it really depends on the person because that person could just do it naturally to hide whatever that man, woman, whatever is going through. But sometimes, yeah, again, that really depends on the person, and obviously Shrek, as we know him as a person, that's not a good idea. So
why they're in that mood, as far as Donkey knows, Shrek and Fiona could have had a big blowout type of argument right before this party. So what do you mean smile? You just don't know. So obviously this is gonna add to his agitation.
Oh, I'm gonna lick me a rainbow.
Donkey.
And then Donkey contaminated the fucking cake because he licked it. So you ruined the cake, adding on to more of the stress, and then this guy's coming here, do the roar, please, do the roar, do the roar. Fuck, can't do that. So that's also a top on the stress as well. Because the cake is ruined.
Okay, this is obviously annoying. This is disgusting, for hygienic purposes, and it's just disgusting. It's disturbing, it's disgusting. Fuck Donkey for that, because that's fucked up. That's obviously, clearly that would make me explode. I would
That may not make anyone explode. You're contaminating a kid's cake. Or your kid's cake. That's pretty I'm pretty sure any parents or any good parent would get angry at that.
Stand if he did the roar at that moment. It's my kid's birthday. Who are you to get the first lick of their cake?
Yes, because you ruined the cake, you ruined the icing. Well, yeah, you ruined the icing, and you also contaminated it at the same time with your nasty ass tongue. I don't know what that tongue's been. Right? You could have been eating out your fucking dragon wife, and you're looking at my cake, nigga. Fuck out of here.
That's like actually degenerate. That's degeneracy right there. Like clearly, like that shows a level of
Oh yeah, I would have swung. Fuck the cake, bro. I would have swing at fucking haymakers at that
like
nigga, bro.
lack of self-awareness so much it's almost like on the special scale.
As long as you're not doing anything, how about one of those famous Shrek roars?
Do the roar.
Let me set you straight, Butterpants. An ogre only roars when he's angry. You don't want to see me angry, do you?
Do it.
I love that scene. You don't want to see me angry. Do it. Fucking god, I fucking love this scene, bro. Look, this kid's voice. Whoever the voice actor for this kid, bro. Good job, bro. I bet this man need a fucking whole 1 liter bottle of water, bro. Cause no way I can do that voice and still have my fucking like throat not dry up.
Hold it together. Just hold it together.
Daddy, he's getting away. Do something.
He's getting weight. Voice. Yeah,
At
fuck.
this point he's clearly being pestered, but you can see he's trying his best to hold it together. He literally says, hold it together. He's trying to cope. He's trying to use his coping skills to not ruin this party. He's like actually doing
Yes, because he's realizing that he doesn't want to make a scene and he doesn't want to ruin his kid's birthday party, his children's birthday party. So he's gonna do his best to keep it together. Yeah, it makes sense.
good job. Based on the things I've seen, I would have probably blown up already, unfortunately.
Bro, I would have blown up at the cake, bro. As soon as Donkey licked the cake, I would have punched him. No joke, bro. I would have actually hit him, or at least yelled at him or some shit.
But he's holding it together. Like, he's being pestered. Come on now, like, he's doing a pretty good job so far.
What happened to the cake?
Trust me, it's an improvement.
You licked it.
No.
Just because you're an ogre doesn't mean you have to eat like one.
Okay, so here he gets blamed for
And then yes, getting accusations by his mother-in-law. That's also gonna add on to his stress, because let's be honest, they weren't biggest fan. They're not the biggest fans of him.
licking the cake. He did not. He did not lick the cake.
But again, why didn't he say it was Donkey? I mean, yeah, snitch. He didn't want me to snitch, but yeah.
Blamed for something you didn't do when you're already having a pretty bad day, like jam-packed with a lot of stuff going on. Bound to make anybody explode. And then on top of that, she dissed him. She's like, just because you're an ogre doesn't mean you have to eat like one. Like, damn! Holy shit! Like, okay.
Looks like you forgot the candle.
Okay, this scene is very important. This part of the scene is very, very important. We're gonna come back to this towards the end, but remember that. Remember the wolf blowing the balloon right in front of his face and him screaming. Remember that. And yeah, there's so much going on. Of course he was gonna forget the candles.
Oh, where's the cake? It's a cake.
Oh my god, these fat motherfuckers, bro. You fucking pit. You are really the fucking pigs. Like, can't call you fucking.
What?
No, don't cry.
These disgusting gluttonous pigs ate the cake. That's obvious.
Okay. First of all, where's Fiona and her mom? They literally had the cake right in front of them. Where the fuck were they? Where the fuck did they go? And they're not watching the kids. So where the fuck did they go?
It's infuriating. The kids start crying. That's a lot to deal with. That's adding more responsibility. Now he has to keep the kids quiet. Now he has to cheer them up. Ugh, that's a lot
Yes, they
going
had to
on.
tell Fiona that the cake got fucking ruined by his two fucking gluttonous pieces of shit.
Hey, I believe you promised my son a roar.
He never promised your son a roar, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, bull cut, nigga. Fuck out of here.
In any other sense, he would just let it roll off of his back. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's insulting. Whatever. Who cares? But the buildup of all of these things created this situation where he is overstimulated to his very limit. Now, I don't defend the fact that he makes it Fiona's problem, because Fiona didn't do anything to him. Fiona is literally probably just as overstimulated as he is, but the pressure is in the society on the mom.
But the issue is we don't get to see that. So That's the problem. We don't see Fiona as stressed out, or she didn't appear as stressed out as he was.
To kind of like hold it together while everything's falling apart. So Shrek was very overstimulated. I do not support the fact that he ruined the cake. That was a bit over the top.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I remember because they had an extra one just in case something fucks up like this, and he smashed it. Yeah, I remember that one.
But you could see he wasn't thinking clearly. He was just thinking through his anger. And Ogre only roars when he's angry, right? And he only got angry because he was overstimulated. Give him a break. He's a dad. He's just trying to do his best. Obviously, what follows, like, was pretty selfish. Him getting just one day to be an ogre again, that was pretty selfish because Fiona obviously does not get to have a day like that. So, I do definitely.
Yeah, because she doesn't really understand what it means. Because she turned into an ogre, so she doesn't really understand what it means to be an ogre. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely support his roar. I support him storming out. He definitely needed a second to clear his head, and his quote friends were not doing anything.
Oh, Donkey was a piece of shit, bro. I understand Donkey does have like he does have some like social awareness problems, but like this is the fourth movie, bro. You should not to fucking do that shit, man.
Help make this party easier, make it smoother, eating his food, licking the cake. Donkey and the pigs really, like, I'm sorry, you would never be at another party of mine ever again.
Fuck the fucking pigs. Nah, the pig. I think the cake. I don't know, cause the cake kind of. No, I don't think the cake would have been saved, cause even if you put icing over the cake already, it's still gonna be contaminated. Ugh. Fuck. Okay. Let's watch this one. Then we're gonna watch the Black Conservative Perspective video on Kamala Harris, whatever, whatever, whatever.
Okay, so I never thought I would have to make this video, but a comment I saw on Twitter under one of my posts really made me like viscerally upset. So
let's see the comments. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, she really gets a lot of fucking. Mmm. Huh? Yeah, that's the same. That's the exact same problem I'm talking about. It's the Madara Aizen effect, because the problem is that the fucking writer made Aaron so OP that the only way that they can logically beat him is that if Aaron was never trying in the first place. Yeah, that's the problem. Or some fucking third party. How true someone said he should not be held accountable. No, he is held accountable because I don't give again. He is the one that wrote it. He's the one that does he's the one that fucking does the storyboards, the drafts, the finalization, everything. Yes, he's held accountable. I'm tired of people always trying to put like other artists or other like directors or writers or whatever above criticism because something happened in the background. Like for example, people were trying to alleviate criticism from Zack Snyder because his daughter passed away. I'm sorry. I'll send condolences to your daughter, but your movie's still shit. So no. If you know it seems to switch me to anger. What if you interpret the wrong way? What show have you seen that somebody lies in their own internal monologue? Something across the scene. Okay. Well, that's don't. Mm. I find it funny that they call the man many times. Oh, Hidden Marco. Fuck, I fucking love this nigga. I watched this video on it before. I watched this video on this ending before. Mm. Yeah, I hate that too. I hate when you're trying to talk about a story and oh, he still no, he didn't. It got stripped. Um, so that's basically just assuming. Yeah, it's oxymoronic. What's the results here? Oh God. Oh my God. He literally said it in the anime that he's a slave to freedom in the fuck. He literally said it in the last anime. He literally said in the fucking anime he's a slave to freedom. Can you confirm any episodes on this? Okay, but why don't you send a link then instead of just saying, oh, go over here and and prove me wrong. Like how about actually fucking send a fucking thing, huh? She technically did. Idiots. Killing friends, character assassination. How? Side note. And target and kill them. Yeah, that's it. Again, it's an inconsistency. the producers aren't the only ones to blame. I saw anything that Kit Harington thought he said to tie it and didn't have them do another season. Was also George. It's also George. It's also the fact that George R. R. Martin wasn't fucking done with the book, so they're kind of at the fucking kind of the fucking guess and shit, you know. Um, Again, he said it in the fucking anime. So Golden, I don't know what you're trying to say, but he did say in the anime that he was a slave to freedom. Mm. I don't think he's understanding what the fuck's going on here. The issue is that his goal was to achieve freedom. That he tried to pursue that so much that he was basically a slave to it. That's the issue.
Talk about this Aaron Yeager being a slave to freedom shit, right? Because I recently was talking about a video I made called Aaron Targaryen, right? And in that video, 3 years ago, mind you,
Oh, okay. I'm
before
about
the
to say that
final
wasn't recent at
chapter,
all.
before the final chapter was released, right? So way before the final episode was released, right? In that video, I say, oh yeah, Aaron was a slave to freedom, right? Because in the context of the story, to make the themes and stuff work, if everyone's a slave to something, that means, okay, if we have to say that Aaron is a slave to something, it's to his desire to be free. However, that is the shittiest piece of hot trash on the planet, the way it's depicted in the anime and with the way the series ends. Up until the second to last
Well,
chapter.
it's shitty in both in the manga and in the anime adaptation. You can't come on, bro. It's shitty in both fucking sides.
Being a slave to freedom meant, yeah, even if it's at the cost of my life, even if it's at the cost of my dear friends that I love so much, even if it's at the cost of my own morals, right? I don't want to kill innocent people. But if it means that I get to be free, which is my birthright, I was born with the right to be free, then fuck it. I'm pursuing that. Regardless of anything I believe, I am pursuing my birthright, which is freedom. Therefore, sorry, innocent civilians, sorry, pregnant women, sorry, babies, sorry, my dear beloved friends. In pursuit of my goals.
Yeah, he would have pulled a Griffith and just like killing his friends and shit. He would have done that if he truly was a slave to freedom.
You may end up losing your life. That's how much I care about freedom. Being a slave to freedom is an oxymoron. It's like saying this is cold fire, right? Like shit like that.
This is hot ice. It's like saying, I have an icy hot. What the fuck?
Cold fire, frozen fire, a silent scream, stuff like that. Those are oxymorons. There is no way for there to be a frozen fire. There is no way for there to be a slave to freedom. People have taken that literal as fuck. And
so, by that interpretation, would you say that the slaves back in the plantation are also a slave to that concept of freedom as itself?
Almost as if Isayama went on TikTok, Twitter, whatever himself and saw people saying, well, yeah, it does actually make.
And he did. I mean, he did say that he does do that. He does do that a lot, which he do not do. Okay, I mean that's what George R. R. Martin does. He's like, yo, whenever I see like fan views or whatever, I don't I don't fucking look at them because, because the problem is that if they guess right, if they guess the theory right, he said there's two writers, right? So George R. R. Martin, he had his interview, and he basically talking about like fan theories, and he even admitted that yeah, I've seen a couple of them. Some people were correct, but I'm still gonna go. And there's some people who will actually correct it with their theories, but I'm still gonna go. So I'm still gonna go through that, even though some people already know the theories beforehand, right? And he said there's two types of writers. There are writers that do that. That even if someone guesses how something's gonna end correctly, okay, he's still gonna go through with that, right? Because it also depends on the execution as well. And or he said there's another type of writer that will try to change everything or trying to scramble something up to make it as unpredictable as possible. And I feel that's what happened in this case scenario here, is that the writer, the mangaka for Attack on Titan fell into the ladder where he had to scramble everything up to oh shit, someone actually gets what's gonna happen. Gotta do something, you know. People there are writers that do that shit, and unfortunately, it ain't good. Never ends well.
Makes sense that he's a slave to freedom. In the most
Matter of fact, I think I
literal
have. Let me switch it up actually. Um, Let me switch it up because I know George R. R. Martin talked about it. He talked about fan theories. George R. Martin. George R. Not 4-4. George R. Martin fan fan theories. He talked about fan theories.
You don't know, like you're saying that you don't sometimes know where it's going to go, but all of us have no idea where it's going to go. But do you often...
I intend to keep it that way.
Well, great. Bugger. I thought I was going to be the one to wheedle it out of him, guys. Do you sometimes look at the speculation on the internet and go, oh my God, how are they coming up with these theories?
You know, I did once upon a time, a long, long time ago, but I've given up doing that. Actually, the internet Ice and Fire community, Game of Thrones community, of course, has grown hugely over the years, just like the series has. It actually began right here in Australia. The very first website ever devoted to the series was started by a guy named Peter Gibbs, who was called Dragonstone, and it was based here in Australia. And it was the first bulletin board where people would post their theories and discuss them and talk about who was the favorite character or who would win in a sword fight or, you know, what secrets they thought I was hiding or not hiding. And when that occurred, and now we're going back to, I think, around 1998, 99, that this Dragonstone started.
Jeez, Christ, I wasn't even born. 1998, 1999. Holy shit, I wasn't even a thought.
I did look at it. I was very flattered to have a website entirely devoted to fans discussing not fantasy in general and not science fiction in general, but specifically the series that I was working on. And I read some of the discussions, but then it rapidly dawned on me, you know, I should not be doing this.
Okay.
For one thing, I don't want to actually post there, because the minute I post there...
Yeah, because the minute he posted it, everyone's going to jump on him and say, hey, wait a minute, hold on. What about this? What about this? What about that? What about that? That's the problem, too. He's good at that. If he replies to someone, a whole bunch of people are gonna flood into that thread and then start commenting and start asking questions and shit like that. So yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea. That's smart, George R. R. Martin. He did not answer any questions.
The free discussion among fans who are all more or less equal ends, and it becomes instead everybody gather around the author and ask him questions, and that's a distortion of what the format should be. I didn't want to do that. And the other thing is, yeah, some of the theories were incredibly wrong-headed and amusing in that sense. Some of them were clever, and maybe I hadn't thought of them, but now I'm saying, you know, that would be a good idea.
Have you done that?
No, I don't want to do that either, because then, you know, then I'm like taking ideas from...
Yeah, and then you're taking ideas from the fans, and you're also basically, now you're making the fans have the power. So yeah, smart that you did not do that either.
From the fan. I want this to be my own ideas. And then the other one was, of course,
And
you know,
also,
I had
that's also a source of pride. That's also a source of pride as well. It's like, yo, I came up with this idea. I came up with all this, that, and that. It shouldn't be like, oh, well, I saw a Fed that someone did this. I'm like, oh, I should take that. So, yeah, it's also a source of pride as well. Why you didn't do that?
certain things that I'm laying clues for that there'll be revelations later on. Some people had put together those clues even as early as 1998 and are adding things together. I said, well, what do I do with that? What
This
do I
this
do?
this is what I'm talking about. So again, he's gonna talk about these two types of ways that you can go with this. So he's gonna talk about the two scenarios.
With that? Yeah, these people have guessed the secret that I'm going to reveal in book 6. People have already guessed that here, and book 2 is just out. You really have two choices there. You can ignore it and proceed with your plan, despite the
That's the first one. That's the best option.
fact that some people know where you're going. Or you can get all panicky and say, oh my God, they figured it out. I can't let that be. I'll have to change it. I'll have to go in a different direction. And I think some writers do that.
I do think somebody do that as well, and that's not a good idea. You should never do that.
And I think that's always a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, if you've planned your book,
Yeah,
that
if
the
you plan, if you okay, let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. I'm
butler
sorry.
did
Let him
it,
cook. Let him cook.
and then you read on the internet, someone has figured out that the butler did it, and you suddenly change in midstream, and it was the chambermaid who did it, then you screw up the whole book because you get this foreshadowing early on, and you've got these little clues you planted. Now they're dead ends, and you have to introduce other clues, and you're retconning. It's a mess. So I decided.
Dead ends. I think we all know which fucking subplot was a dead end in the final chapters of AOT. But yeah, completely agree with that. And I think that's kind of what happened in the last chapter. This is like my personal like coping thing. I think this is what happened in the last chapter. I think people started to get what the writer was trying to say, and then he's like, oh fuck, oh shit, let me change it, let me change it. I want me as unpredictable as possible. I think that's what happened here, right? Again, it's a little cope that I'm having, it's a little cope that I have a little bit, but I feel that's what happened here, right? And again, because you have all this setup and all this build up and shit. And now this clue doesn't go anywhere, and then not only that, it's more work on yourself because now you have to put in more work to make the previous stuff make sense, right? So that's another issue as well. So
As early as Dragonstone's heyday, and I think that site had gone away by 2000 or so, that I would stay off the fan sites and let those be for the fans, let those be for the readers, let them argue their theories, whether they're right, whether they're wrong, but I don't need to know about that.
One thing that people try to do on the internet is they watch the show and then based on what isn't included in the show, they assume that isn't important in the books. For example, Jane Westerling survives, but Talisa doesn't. Now, is that a fool's errand?
Yeah.
yeah, or how like the whole all that fucking Euron Greyjoy shit didn't really go anywhere, right? So yeah, even though I think in the books he's gonna have a much more bigger role, but in the show he had like, come on, he had nothing there. But
again, is it just people massively overthinking everything?
People do overthink a number of aspects to this, you know.
Eye color?
Yes, that and other things. People overthink my own comments here. I mean, some of you will undoubtedly rush home and tweet or post on Facebook about this. Some of you are probably tweeting even now. And I will make some joke or some offhand comment, and of course, when it's being repeated in tweeting and all that, all of the context and the tone of voice is taken out of it, and suddenly it becomes like a papal pronouncement, and people are going over it. Oh, he used this word instead of that word. That must mean this thing, and it's a little kind of scary, the freight.
Okay, I think he's done here, but you understand what he's trying to say, right? How basically, if you have something planned, just go with it, right? Even if a group of your fans get the theories correct, still go with it, because if you're trying to switch it up to make it all plot twisty or whatever, or subvert people's expectations, well, now you have to put more, you have to stress yourself out even more by adding more shit to make other things make sense. So yeah, that's basically what the whole interview was about. Well, not the whole interview, but that's basically what the segment was about.
since ever. Oh, he has no agency because he's a slave to freedom. That does not make sense. He is a slave to freedom in the sense that despite all of these morals he has, he doesn't want to kill innocent people. He doesn't want to kill pregnant women. He doesn't want to take away other people's birthrights, right? But in pursuit of his own birthright of freedom, since Marley and the rest of the world are against his birthright right of freedom.
I always had an issue with this series. And I started to think about it like later on. How are the aliens being treated in Hizuru? Because if what the fucking Flock's friend said, not Flock friend, what Flock's friend said was true, and then that aliens in the aliens in Marley are being treated the best, have the best living conditions out of everyone, out of the whole world. How are the Marlians, how are aliens being treated in Hizuru? That's a big question that's never answered because you're trying to help the island, you're trying to help Parody, but you can't help with the aliens in your own little homeland. You can't do that. So yeah, that's also a big. That's also an issue.
And
Well, it's more issue like world building.
life, he is willing to say goodbye, to kiss his morals goodbye in pursuit of freedom.
Yeah, he's willing to fucking change the whole fucking timeline and cause his mom to die. The person who fucking gave him his ideology and shit like that about being free because you were born into this world and shit like that.
That is what he means up until that final chapter, up until that last episode, by he is a slave to freedom. And that is good. That is good writing. That is perfect. That makes sense. If this character that you know what Levi said in season 1, he's a monster, not because of the Titan ability, but because there is no cage you can put his soul, his essence, his being in. You cannot cage someone like him. That is what makes him a monster. That is what putting that in place with if a character like that has to be a slave to freedom, what that means is that character will do whatever he needs to do in pursuit of that freedom. That does not mean he is a literal slave and has no agency. That does not mean that. But it does in the final episode. And that is why it's shit. That is why it's garbage. That is why it is nonsensical. It's taking what Rod, or was it Kenny?
Yeah, because it doesn't really make any sense because if you're trying to do, everyone's drunk on something, and then all of a sudden he sacrificed himself for his friends, I'm make my friends seem as heroes, then it's not really how is he really a slave to freedom then? Right? Ain't no Griffith. That's all I'm trying to say. He ain't Griffith.
Literal. It takes what Kenny said to Levi, literal.
Because yeah, I understand what she's saying, because that means that theme is broken, because legit, he is not willing to kill his own friends for the sake of his own goal. So that means is he really a slave to freedom? No, not really, by that logic. So
one was a slave to something, right? That's Aaron being a slave to freedom does not make sense.
Does not make sense.
Rod Reese was a slave to prostitutes. This other person, Pixis, a slave to liquor, right? Like, everyone being a slave to something makes sense, right? It makes sense, okay? But here is this character who is specifically written to be the antithesis of that. He is no slave to anything. He is not a slave to anything at all but his own desires. And that's only in the sense...
Yeah, but you can say that for everyone, though. Everyone's a slave to their own desires. Can't you say that for every character, though? So how is he above that then? That's another issue.
That he would rather burn the entire world than give up his freedom. And that's the way.
Not only that, but also he would rather do that over the island. He would rather destroy the whole world than destroy his home. Makes sense.
He was written since chapter 1. That's the way he was written and characterized since the beginning of the anime. It's a paradox, him being a slave to freedom. Well, it was. And so even at the end of the series, even at that last episode that makes absolute jack shit, right? With him not knowing his motivations, in one chapter,
It was
in one episode, he
so
suddenly is
ass.
all mixed up. He doesn't know his real motivation, blah 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 blah. When
Another issue that I had was 137. How did the Titans fight back? How did Armin manage to how do you control the other Titans to fight back against the other ones? Because the problem is that sure you can say, oh, maybe it was Zeke that caused the past Titans to fight against the other past Titans, but the problem is that those are not made of from live Titans. Those are made from Aaron's Warhammer Titan. So how the fuck can Zeke do that? So 147 does not make any sense either. And also, those past Titans are just empty husks. So how the fuck can Zeke manipulate them? They're not alive. They have no brain of their own. And if the past Titans if the past shifters fucking souls are internally stuck in the paths, where are the other ones that lived throughout the 2,000 years?
and nothing has changed
Again,
from the
nobody thinks about this shit, bro.
last episode to a few episodes back when he started the rumbling. Nothing has changed since he made his declaration of war speech. Since he, hear me all Eldians. These Titans will walk and trample until they fucking crush everything. Nothing has changed. And if something has in his psyche, as the audience, we should have seen that. As the audience, we should have been made.
And also the issue is also that in 139 it says that he had trouble knowing what's the past, present, and future, but yet he was so coherent throughout the post time skip. This man was able to manipulate Grisha to basically influence. He basically went to the past and influenced Grisha and shit like that. He knew what he was doing, so he had pretty much mastered, from what we have seen in the series, he had mastery of knowing which is the past, which is the present, which is the future. He knew what he was doing. He knew the cause and effect and shit like that. So it doesn't really make sense how his mind was all jumbled up in the last chapter where he was so coherent in the previous chapters. That doesn't make any sense.
Aware of the exact moment where he decided to do this Lelouch ending, right? We should have been made aware of the second his brain got all mixed up, right? We should have been aware. Okay, some people will argue when he kissed Historia's hand, that's when he got all mixed up, past, present, and future. Okay, well then it doesn't make sense that he was expertly maneuvering memories to get Grisha to give him the Titans to kill.
That's what I'm talking about. How was he able to do that? He was able to send all these memories and shit like that. He had mastery. He even withheld some information as well to Grisha. He's like, oh, why don't you show me everything? So Aaron had mastery over it. He know what to give Grisha and what to not give Grisha. That's the issue. That's the issue. We don't. Again, another issue is that we do not know what Aaron showed Grisha to motivate Grisha enough to give Aaron the Attack Titan. We do not know. That's the issue also.
To kill
God.
Children. That stuff doesn't make sense. Being a slave to freedom does not make sense in that sense. It makes sense in the sense that if this character, who cannot be caged by anything, like his motivation, his agency cannot be caged or changed. Okay, well, if a person like that is a slave to anything, they're a slave to their own incessant need to keep moving forward, to break barriers, to break down walls, figuratively and literally, right? So in the last chapter / last episode, when he fucking blatantly says straight out, I guess I'm a slave to freedom, Armin. No, he's not. That's not even true in the final episode. Because if he was truly a slave to his own freedom, he would have ensured that he lived. He would have actually stuck to his goals, right? Which was saving Paradis, not by leaving 20% alive. He would have completed the rumbling. If this is a character actually a slave to his own freedom, correct me if I'm wrong. So that line being in the last episode is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life because it does not make sense. He was a slave to Ymir or a slave to Paths. That is what he should have said to Armin in the end for the end to make sense. Because that's not that's not a slave to freedom.
Yeah, because he basically at this point he basically manipulated everything to satisfy Ymir. So basically, Ymir was like the boss and tell him, hey, you do this shit, make sure this happens, make sure this happens, make sure this happens, shit, all shit like that. So basically, yeah, Ymir was the fucking boss and telling this nigga to, hey, do this, monkey.
Slave to freedom would have pursued it at all costs. But guess what? There's a plot thread at the end where he's like, I literally tried to kill 100%, but you guys killed me at 80. So I'm gonna get.
That doesn't make any sense either, because if he was actually trying to do 100%, he would have done it. You telling me that his friends would not have died when they were on his back fighting all those past fucking shifters? No. No. He definitely was holding back. Because if he wasn't, he would have killed them. Easily. Come on. Give me a fucking break. This man was able to turn into the Colossal Titan even without eating Armin. So that means he has all of the abilities, right? So all he could have done, honestly, is did the fucking Reiner shit that never came up ever again, and fucking transferred his fucking human brain function to his Titan body or some shit like that, and he'd be fine. So again, he wasn't trying to do 100%. He wasn't trying to. Because then again, in that same chapter, he contradicts himself and said, and Armin was like, oh, what's the whole point of your plan trying to make us as heroes? And he literally said yes. In the beginning of the fucking, in the beginning of the final last chapter. So again, which one is it? Were you trying to do 100%? Or we trying to make your friends feel like heroes? Which one is it? Because they both don't mix. That makes no fucking sense.
Freedom? Like, just if we're to say this character is a slave to anything, then he's a slave to freedom. That's good. That's good writing. But in the end, for him to literally, like in the anime itself, because it's not in the manga, they added that.
Yeah, he outright said it in the anime that he is a slave to freedom. He really outright said it.
Polished up a little bit. Isayama was going through Reddit and Twitter, and he was like, wait.
Yeah, if the ending is so amazing, oh, it's so good, why do you have to fucking polish it? Why the fuck you had to add dialogue and shit to make it seem much more sensical if it was so fucking good? Why do you have to change the post-credit scene to make it have a cyberpunk setting to make it seem like Aaron's plan was actually a very good plan? Why do you have to do that if the ending was so good? Come on, bro.
The people are saying that this would make it good if he was a slave to freedom, and then I could say that he was a slave, and then it would make more sense that he lost his mind because he's a slave.
Yeah,
and,
and in the post-credit scene, please add the little the cyberpunk thing, because in the manga it only ended like the world only got destroyed back in the modern day, but make it cyberpunk so make it seem like Armin's goal actually succeeded better and shit like that. Come on, bro. We all know you're trying to exactly fix your shit and you fucking failed still.
like, like no. It doesn't make sense because
again, he fell for that George R.R. Martin shit. He read some fan theories and he was the latter. He's like, oh shit, I gotta fucking change some shit. So he fell for that shit.
Do anything to persevere their own freedom, not die.
My foot's so dry from that fucking
dude. With Mikasa, and he's a slave to freedom, then he would have done all he could in his power to be with her. Tell me not. Tell me not. And then paths, the way paths...
Easy. Keep her ass in the paths and then kill everyone else. Bam. Oh my god, it's so fucking bad when you think about it, bro. I want to be with Mikasa. Okay, keep her in the paths and then continue your shit until you're done. Bada bing, bada boom. What the fuck? Oh my goodness, bro.
Paths works is so fucking arbitrary.
And
so pulling a rabbit out of someone's ass.
Honestly, I think when the paths were introduced, I think that's kind of where it fell off. I think when the fucking Ymir shit and all that shit was introduced, I think that's when it kind of started. That's when AOT for me started to fall off, though. Because the path shit, it just fucking jumbled up all this bunch of shit and then made people ask more questions than you get answers of. It's a fucking ass and a half to think about.
Hey. Fucking Ymir, change the way I look. Make me a fucking 5'11" foot tall.
Yeah, maybe a new fucking body or some shit. Well, you can't do that. Well, you can't do that. You can't. Come on, bro. You have like endless power. Fucking make me a whole new body and then fucking, bam, I'm reincarnated. Be isekai, bitch.
Guy. So when this rumbling's over, they're looking for
Again,
Aaron
we don't know if. Well, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeager. I can change my name to fucking Paul Blart Moop Coop.
Power block move coop.
And then
The
after the
fuck is that?
rumbling, me and Mikas can be together. If you're a slave to freedom, you would do anything in your power to make sure your wants and needs, things you are, your birthright, is realized. If you are a slave to freedom, literally, like he fucking tells Armin he is.
Yeah, how about instead of just saying that he tried, how about we actually show that he tried? Let it. How about we see all these alternate paths that he tried to go through, but he failed and shit like that. Come on, I wanted to see that, bro. Everything in Lucky, I'm trying to do that. They try to fix it. We did see like alternate futures. We have like a bunch of old people standing, which obviously was the reference to the euthanasia plan, shit like that. So AOT like him tried to do a better job, but again, I wish they kind of showed. I wish they showed more of him trying to, distinct to see all these alternate paths. Cause he says it in the anime, but again, we don't see him doing that. So you have to take him at his word and shit like that. But again, that doesn't make any sense because how can he do that if his mind was so fucked up and he can't differentiate the past, present, and the future? That's the problem. Doesn't really make sense there,
That's
doesn't it?
why it doesn't work. That's why it's too on the nose and it does not work in the last episode. And just to reiterate why it was good pre-chapter 139, pre-final episode, is because if this character who Levi, it's set up that no cage you can keep Aaron in would ever cage his spirit.
Honestly, bro, in my opinion, bro, I think that the fucking, I think air teachers started falling off post time skip. I think post time skip when it started to fall off, and it was definitely in the fucking path. I think for me it was a path when the paths were introduced. Oh my goodness. Well, pre-time skip, it was. I mean, he had to do something with it because he introduced it. He introduced it back all the way in the pre-time skip when like Ymir's backstory and shit like that. So he had to do something with it. But that's just the problem. There's not much restriction in the path and shit like that. You can basically do anything you want. So
it's set up and it's realized up until the last chapter, up until the last episode. So of course, if a character like that is a slave to anything, he's a slave to his own agency, which is cold fire, frozen fire, silent scream. If you're a slave to your own agency, you are not a slave. If you are a slave to freedom, you are not a slave. That's why it was good. This motherfucker is so like uncageable, unstoppable, that if he's a slave to anything, it's to his own fucking freedom. Hope that helps. Hope that explains it. So, pre 139, you could say Aaron was a slave to freedom and it would make sense.
yeah, again, it doesn't because if he was a slave to freedom, he would have killed his friends, and he didn't. So that theme, air quotes, kind of already breaks it, right? Oh god. So, flip mode, flip mode. Okay, what she want to do? What do you want to do, Kamala?
Let me ask you because about this debate about the debate, because when I talked to you the night that that Joe Biden decided he was no longer going to seek the nomination, you basically said that Trump is scared of a tough woman. A tough woman scares him. Do you think that's what's going on here?
Oh, I think Trump is really afraid of Kamala Harris, or as I like to think of it, the felon is really afraid of the prosecutor, and for damn good reason. She's smart. She's disciplined.
She's smart, but yeah, she's copying Trump's things. No taxes on tips, bro. Trump said that. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? Come on, bro. You have not talked about any of your policies yet. Sorry, bro. Just because you have degrees and shit does not inherently make you smart. Just having the knowledge does not make you smart if you don't know how to use the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
And she's not afraid of a bully. So there it is. Donald Trump is scared. And I got to say, I think his whole team is scared. And that's why they're trying to find ways to muzzle him, to make this debate not happen if possible. Because Kamala Harris, she's going to wipe the floor with Donald Trump.
We do have to sneak in a very quick break. I have many more questions.
All right, guys. So a couple days ago, I did a video about how ABC News had rejected Kamala Harris's demands to rig the debate even more in her favor. Okay, she wanted to sit down so that she doesn't look weak and frail next to Trump. She wanted a cheat sheet so that she would be able to remember all the talking points that were given to her by her handlers. And also, she wants live mics. And the reason why she wants live mics is because she desperately wants to get the strong black woman moment that she thought was so great when she did it against Mike Pence.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Well, wait.
I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said the truth.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Okay. If you don't mind letting me finish, we can then have a conversation. Okay?
Please.
Okay.
Non-answer.
Trying to answer you
The
now.
American people deserve a straight answer.
I will not sit here and be lectured by the Vice President. I'm speaking.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He's Mike Pence. He's the one that had the flies all around him like he's a fucking corpse. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
I'm
that.
about to. I will not be lectured by the Vice President.
But I think that Kamala Harris here is making a mistake, thinking that that moment that she desperately wants to get is going to go the way that she thinks that is going to go. She thought it was so great against Mike Pence, but she has to understand, Mike Pence is not Trump.
Damn, I like his fade.
I think if she
That's
tried
like
to
that's like a
pull
little
that
like mid
against
taper, right?
Trump,
Like a mid fade.
this is how
Mid-skid
it would
fade?
probably go down.
This is a tough business
Oh,
to
yeah.
run for
Oh, I know.
president.
You're a tough guy, Jeb. I
And
know.
and we need to have a leader
You're real tough.
You're never going to be president of the
You're
United
real
States
tough,
by
Jeb,
insulting
yeah?
your way to
Well,
the
let's see.
presidency.
I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so
Doesn't
so
matter.
far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, get fucking cooked.
So far I'm doing better. You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
Yeah, so that's how it's going to go.
He's so funny because he was. He's so funny. You're never gonna be president. He was. So eat shit, nigga.
Right, in my opinion. But Kamala Harris desperately wants to make this happen, okay? Because she has lashed out after ABC has come out and said that, listen, these are the rules, okay? We're going by the rules that were set during the CNN debate, okay? We're going to stick to those rules that Kamala Harris insisted upon when Joe Biden first dropped out of the race, okay? She said, Trump has to debate me under these rules because apparently Trump agreeing to debate Joe Biden was also him agreeing to debate Kamala Harris, okay? Even though it actually wasn't. Trump offered to negotiate new rules, a new platform, all these things, and Kamala Harris rejected. And the liberal media and Kamala Harris participated in this smear campaign against Trump, pretending as if Trump is running away from debating Kamala Harris. However, it seems that Trump has now put Kamala Harris in a very, very, very bad position because Trump has said, okay, you know what? Cool. I will accept the ABC debate, even though you don't want to debate on Fox News. You don't want to debate on NBC. You don't want to debate on CBS. You don't want to debate on CNN. Okay. You don't want to do any additional debates. You just want to do it your way. Okay, fine. Let's debate under these rules. Okay. ABC says, okay, fine. We accept these rules. Kamala Harris has not accepted the rules. Okay. She is still holding out to try to change the rule on these live mics. She tweeted this, okay, and I highly doubt she actually wrote this. This probably came from her handler. She says, Donald Trump is surrendering to his advisors who won't allow him to debate with a live microphone. If his own team doesn't have confidence in him, the American people definitely can't. We are running for president of the United States. Let's debate in a transparent way with the microphones on the whole time. Yeah, so again, the irony here is just stunning. It really is, okay? Whoever wrote this for Kamala Harris is lacking awareness, okay? Because Kamala Harris has run the least transparent campaign that I've ever seen, okay? I mean, this woman took a whole month to do an interview, and when she decided to do the interview, she did a softball interview on CNN with Dana Bash, who was literally giggling and cackling with Kamala Harris throughout the interview while feeding Kamala Harris potential answers to her question when Kamala Harris was given incoherent answers, right? And she was with Tim Walz, okay? She was with her emotional support person as she struggled to get through an easy interview. But this is the person that is claiming that she wants more transparency, or that Trump's team doesn't have confidence in him, when it seems as if Kamala doesn't have confidence in herself. Again, it's just so funny how Democrats always accuse Republicans of what they do, right? They try to assign attributes to Republicans that actually fit them, okay? This is why they always want to boo-hoo on and cry and kick and scream about so-called democracy, when clearly the Democrats don't believe in democracy at all, right? It's just funny how that works. So she's still lashing out, right? I mean, she put this out in response to another tweet by Josh Dowsey. He says, Trump campaign has accepted these rules per a Tuesday email to ABC, review by the Post. Kamala Harris's campaign has not yet accepted these rules as they seek to unmute the microphones for the entire debate. Debate is less than 2 weeks. Okay, so basically everybody's agreed except Kamala Harris. Now, she's trying to spin this as, well, Trump's team's
too scared, but the issue is that with live mics, and I hate when people like, oh, but there's two people, they're just talking over each other, this and that. Okay, no unmute mics then. But they're not also complaining about, okay, I actually wanted it. The fact that you're not putting a live mic means that you're too scared. Okay, so which one is it? Because if you don't like people talking over each other with live mics, then you have to have the moment where you have to unmute, where you have to mute the mics. Come on, bro. You can't have both. You can't do both.
Scared of
Legit,
the
you can't do
microphone
both.
being on. What I think the reality is that Trump doesn't really care. I think that he would beat Kamala Harris either way. But I think that they're just sticking to the principle that, hey, Kamala doesn't get to decide all the rules, right? We agreed to the rules that Joe Biden debated under. And why is it that Kamala Harris can't debate under these rules? Okay, she should be able to do that. But it is clear and obvious that Kamala's team doesn't have confidence that Kamala can debate under those rules, because Kamala Harris has the same issue that Joe Biden has. The more that she talks, the more likely it is she's going to say something really stupid, okay, something really dumb. She's going to go into some weird word salad. It's going to turn a lot of people off, and she's going to lose support, right? In fact, she's already kind of losing support, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But she's getting absolutely toasted in the comment section over putting out this tweet in which she's still begging to change the rules instead of just accepting the rules as is and go from there. Just do one debate, right? Do the debate under these rules. There's nothing wrong with the rules. And then, I don't know, negotiate another debate in which you have the mics turned on. It's really that simple. But the reason why she's doing this, guy...
Trump said he has multiple interviews. No, not multiple debates. He has multiple dates that he wants to do with Kamala Harris. And she's only talking about the September 10th one. Okay, how about this? For your side of the debate, how about you do live mics, and then for Trump you could do it no live mics. Boom, simple. Because you guys have to do multiple debates. That's what Trump had literally said. I've scheduled multiple debates. So if Kamala Harris wants to, debate me multiple times, and debate my policy, then we can do that. Obviously, he said I had one on Fox News, one on ABC, and one on CNN. Then how about do this one? Do it on CNN. Do have the live mics one on the CNN one, or the MSBC, which one Trump was doing the one before. We want to do on that one. How about you do multiple debates? Have one with the live mics, and have one without the live mics. Boom, both parties win. But you're complaining that the one that you're planning on doing doesn't have the live mics. Then just do another one with the live mics. Stop fucking complaining.
Let me tell you why they really want this so badly. They want this because the plan is only to do one debate, right? If Kamala Harris...
That's true. That's facts. Trump said he had 3 debates planned out. He had 3 debates scheduled on dates and shit. She's only talking about the September 10th one. That's facts. She's only planning on doing 1 debate. That's actually true. Because she wouldn't be complaining like this if she was planning on doing multiple debates of Trump. The problem is she's planning on doing 1 debate. That's facts. That's actually true.
Was actually interested in doing more than 1 debate, this won't be a big deal, right?
Exactly.
They're still stuck on this.
Exactly.
Everybody's already...
That's true. If you have multiple debates, then Have one on Trump's rules, have one on your rules. Bam. Why are you complaining about it? Exactly. You're not planning on doing multiple debates. You're planning on doing one, and that's it. That's what you're complaining now that they didn't buy ABC didn't buy by my rules because you don't want you're not planning on doing multiple debates. Simple as that. That's your fault.
Agree to the rules tells you everything you need to know about how they are trying to just do this one debate and that's it, right? After
Facts.
that, they're done.
Facts.
Okay, Kamala Harris is not doing any more debates. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she pulls out of this debate. If she uses this as an excuse to say, you know what, I'm not going to do it, right? I'm not going to do it. And she may have confidence that the mainstream liberal media will defend her on this because up until now, they have been defending her, right? They've been framing this conversation as if Trump is the one.
Yeah, because they're defending her so much, bro. They literally said that she's the border czar, and then now, she's not the border czar anymore. She wasn't the border czar. She was never the border czar, but yet you said it legit previously that she was the border czar. Or you're quoting that she's now the border czar, so you were quoting her on that, and then now she's not anymore? Come on.
Running away when that's not the case. But it's getting to the point now where you can't deny the reality of what's going on here, right? All Kamala Harris has to do is say, okay, well, we're going to have more than one debate. Why get so stuck on the rules for this one debate when you're going to have multiple debates? Because in the future, you can say, okay, well, let's do the debates under different rules, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's really that simple. But she doesn't want to do that because they only want to do one debate. That's all they want to do. So again, she's getting toasted. Amir says, how about we do a deal? You get CNN to release the full 41 minutes of your interview with Dana Bash, and President Trump will let you keep your microphone on. Cernovich says, you had questions in advance on CNN, edited TV. They even let you cut parts out, was still a debacle. Now you won't do the 3 agreed upon debates. Yeah, it's a damn shame. Like the one interview she did do with an emotional support person, edited, softball, was a disaster. She can't handle a debate. Not against Trump. She's going to get destroyed, which is why she's so desperate to try to change the rules because she wants to try to get through this one debate. Okay, hopefully she can get Trump with some zingers, right? She gets lucky, and that's it, right? That's what she's trying to do. Again, this is why they're putting all their eggs in this basket here. The quartering says, I can't believe you think this is a flex. You couldn't even handle CNN. This person says, let's check the timeline. Trump and Biden agreed to debates. Biden drops out. Trump tries to negotiate new debates with you. You cry about it. You and Trump agreed to stick with previous rules. Now you want to change the rules you already agreed to. When are you going to stop crying? Well, she's not going to stop crying until the liberal media capitulates to what she wants to do, right? She's trying to force ABC to capitulate, right? She's trying to also punk Trump into capitulating, but they're not going to, right? She just needs to accept the rules and just move on. Okay, she put herself in this situation. She had an opportunity to negotiate and she chose not to. So now she's stuck and she is lashing out, boohoo, whining, and crying. They won't change the rules. Trump's handlers won't let him debate with live Mike. You can't do this. Now, again, it's funny because Kamala Harris is struggling right now. What do I mean by she's struggling? Well, she's not performing as well as she should be performing, considering the performance of her predecessors, Hillary, Biden. This race is effectively tied, even though I don't really believe that it's tied, to be honest with you. But according to the mainstream liberal media polls, it's tied, okay, which is terrible news for Kamala Harris, right? And again, I think this is part of the reason why they are so caught up on this, because it seems like Kamala Harris's momentum has stopped, that the honeymoon is over. That's what it seems like.
All right, welcome back here to the Hill on News Nation. New poll out today. Battleground states show an incredibly tight race between the vice president and the former president. The poll from our partners at The Hill, along with Emerson College, was taken after the Democratic National Convention, along with after Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announcing that he's no longer in the race. All right, let's start here with Kamala Harris and where she stands with all of this right now. She leads in 3 of these swing states. Let me show you Harris real quick. So she's up 1 in Georgia. She's up 3 in Michigan. She's up 1 in Nevada. But I want you to focus on Georgia for a second, 49-48, because Democrats have only won this state once in the last 7 presidential elections. It was President Biden. last go around, and Kamala Harris is trying to make it 2 in a row. All right, let's go over here. Donald Trump, he leads in 3 of the states as well. Wisconsin, up 1. North Carolina, up 1. Arizona, up 3. Again, but let's focus on the first one here, Wisconsin, because Republicans have only won that once in the last 9 presidential races. It just goes to show you how things can move either way very easily. Now, I know what you're saying. Those are 6 states, Blake. You tell me all the time that there's 7. You're right. Let me show you Pennsylvania, because that is a dead even tie in the Keystone State. And I was going through the numbers today in Pennsylvania. You see it there, 48-48. Get this. There were 950 people surveyed in Pennsylvania. The difference between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris? 1. 1 person. That was it. So start to multiply that town by town, city by city, precinct by precinct, so on and so forth, and you can see why Pennsylvania is so key. All right, so if this poll was right, let's just take it at face value that it's the way that the election goes. Here's how it breaks out. 263 to Harris, 256 to Trump, and again, Pennsylvania as possibly the most important state. All right, what about issues real quick? We saw this no matter where voters were polled in these swing states, 7 key swing states. Economy, 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 on down the line. You know the phrase, I've told it to you over and over and over, quote unquote, it's the economy stupid. Arizona, the only state in which there was another close issue, that, as you might imagine, immigration at 26%.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Now, I told you guys, I don't really believe that the polls are that close, okay? But regardless, even if the polls are what the mainstream liberal media says that the polls are, right? If that's what American people are at right now, again, this is a terrible sign for Kamala Harris going into the election, because she is far behind where she needs to be to comfortably win, right? I mean, if the election was held today, I really do believe that Trump will win, and I think that he will win by a lot more than what the mainstream liberal media is telling people. In fact, you have Nate Silver. He has actually come out and now given Trump the lead in regards to chances of winning the swing states. Like, for example, he just put this out, okay? He has Trump basically winning in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and him losing in Wisconsin and Michigan, right? In regards to just overall odds, okay? Trump is going to beat Kamala Harris according to Nate Silver. Now, why is this important? Well, this is important because this shift has recently happened after the DNC, right? So this shift is coming after the DNC, in which Democrats, historically speaking, they're supposed to get a bump, right? Now, remember, during the DNC, I was covering the betting odds, and the bettors, right, the markets were saying, well, as the DNC continues to go along here, we don't really feel good about what's happening, right? All this joy and Trump derangement and no policy, no substance. We're not sure if this is good for Democrats, right? Now, lo and behold, you have Nate Silver coming out and saying, well, you know, after the DNC, Democrats aren't really doing that well, okay? They're not getting the bump that they historically get, and now Trump has a better chance of winning than Kamala Harris. Again, according to Nate Silver. So, again, this is a big deal, right? This is a huge deal, and I think this is part of the reason why Kamala Harris is so caught up on trying to get all of the rules in her favor for the ABC debate, because I think that is what this election is going to come down to. I really do think that it's going to come down to the debate. I do. I think that is Kamala Harris's only shot. She has to go in there and decisively beat Trump in order to have a chance of winning, okay? And I don't think it's possible. I don't think that her team has much confidence in her, and this is why they're so hell-bent on there only being one debate and trying to rig all the rules in her favor. I think at this point, honestly, they may decide to drop out, right? I'm just saying, like, at this point, if they really are so caught up on this, I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala drops out, especially considering how that CNN interview didn't go well, right? And the reason why you know it didn't go well is because even the propagandists in the media, the liberal propagandists, even they had a hard time defending it, right? They all knew that Kamala Harris did not do well, even though it was a softball interview in which she should have knocked it out of the park, right? It should have been a home run. She wasn't great, okay? And because of that, they're probably extra nervous going into the debate because Kamala Harris is rusty, right? She's extremely rusty, okay? I wouldn't even count the CNN interview as practice for Kamala, right? That's not going to prepare her for Trump, okay? It's not going to. So I personally think that they're panicking. The fact that Kamala Harris is continuing to lash out instead of just saying, you know what, screw it, we'll do the debate this way the first time and we'll just do another debate, right? I mean, she could easily do that. Trump has asked for multiple debates, and she could negotiate different rules for further debates. But the fact that she's so caught up on this tells you everything you need to know, right? That she's scared to do it and that she's only trying to do it one time and that's it. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
Peace out. Okay. I want to see his interview. Seeing Chief, what you got, homie? Cause I was actually planning on watching it, but I completely fucking fell asleep.
I don't know why niggas buy Xboxes. I don't know why niggas buy Xboxes. Just get a PS5, bro. Imagine not being able to play Monster Hunter. Wow, it's like that's insane. I couldn't imagine. One Piece, when the remake, they're making a remake of One Piece. Get the fuck out of here. If One Piece gets a remake before Naruto, I'm personally flying to Japan. If One Piece gets a remake before Naruto, I'm personally flying to Japan and see what's up. Because obviously these niggas is insane. Wit is doing it? No fucking way.
Yes way, nigga.
What? Wait, first of all, how can you make a remake for an anime that's not even done yet? It's not even.
I mean, they have a lot of fucking content to do, so they're gonna be pretty busy, bro.
Done. And making money from your manga? No, I'm not making money from my manga, no. But what I am making is peak. And that's more important than money, right? They lied about the Naruto remake episodes. Well, they never said it was gonna happen. That was just like a celebration thing. Bleach is also getting a remake. Bro, how can you make a remake?
No, Bleach is not getting a remake. Bleach is finishing up because they didn't finish the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So no, Bleach is not getting a remake. When does fucking interview start, nigga? Let me see the comments. Oh, only 7 comments. What the fuck? Okay. Fucking give it this damn fucking tab for live stream. Oh, there it is. Top chat replay. Fuck the replay. I don't care about the replay, bitch. When does the interview start?
Of
nigga, let me see.
From the Bible, but it's Deuteronomy. But yeah, he made a video about it. If you guys haven't seen it, it was a pretty good video. I watched.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I hear you. No, you
Let's go.
Now. What's up, man? What's going on? All right, so for those you guys who don't know, this is Anime Extra. He makes YouTube videos on manga.
Yeah, it was good.
He made a video about Deuteronomy. That I watched.
Oh yeah, I made a video on Deuteronomy. Fucking saying was like, yo, what's up? I remember he fucking shot you. I think it was a live stream when I read it. Hold on, let me see. It was a live stream, right? When did I read it? Oh my god, it was a long time ago. I think he did talk about. I think we did chat a bit in the live chat, right? Let's see here. Was it here? Was it here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we did talk. We did. He was in the live chat. Okay. So yeah. Okay. How good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, he didn't say that. It's Deuteronomy.
I said.
Oh yeah, fish too. Yeah. We were talking shit. Yeah. I was reading and he was talking to it because I told him on Twitter that I was gonna fucking do a reaction to Deuteronomy, and he knew it was there and shit. So, all right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. It was When was it? 6 months ago. Holy shit! Half a year ago. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I fucking muted the shit.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
All good, man. All good. Now, yeah, I liked your video. It was pretty good.
Oh, hey, Chona.
You noticed you picked up on a lot of things, but my thing is like, when I was watching your video, I was like, mostly everything you said was like pretty positive, and then you was like, I give it a 5. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, that doesn't sound like a 5. It sounded like more like you was feeling like, like 7. You was like 5. I was like, how do you get all the way to 5?
I ain't gonna lie. So I read. I'm not gonna spoil my next video about it. but I read more of it. I feel like I just didn't have enough because when I first read your manga, it's like when you first dropped it, and I didn't make this video until now.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's not enough context for me to give it a higher rating because as a beginner, it's pretty decent, but as but I just wanted to see more of it. You know what I mean? That's why I gave it like a mid. It's pretty good.
Okay, but again, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you wanted more? Can you please give an example?
But it wasn't really nothing too special to begin with. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, it was pretty. Like everything else was
Pause. I
pretty,
don't care about something being special or not. If it's good, it's good. Who cares about being special?
pretty good about it. It's not a bad rating. It's just like I just want to see more.
Okay, cool. All right. So you wanted to ask me some questions?
Yeah, I got a good bit. I sent you the questions before, but
Yeah.
you already know some of these are interesting. I wanted to like do the good questions.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
before I asked about the manga, my first question was, how did you come up with your YouTube name? Because I was always like, what does Saint Chief mean, bro?
Right. So yeah, I get this question a lot. But basically, when I made this channel, it was basically to one of my favorite video games ever was The Last of Us, and then The Last of Us 2 was coming out. And
Oh yeah, he likes The Last of Us too, by the way.
at the time, there was a leaker who worked at Naughty Dog who leaked a lot of information about the game and painted the game in a light that it wasn't necessarily representative of. But at the time, I didn't know that. I thought it was like 100% accurate. So I made the YouTube channel to basically to talk shit about it. And the name Saint It Chief is basically this ain't it, Chief.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so yeah, I was just talking shit about The Last of Us, and then after I got done talking shit about The Last of Us, then I started talking shit about Attack on Titan, and then
Oh yeah. You're infamous for that. I said that. I said that.
Yeah, that's when he blew up. When he talked shit about AOT, that's when he blew up. And shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So your feelings about AOT is the same?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It hasn't changed. The Last of Us changed, though. I love The Last of Us 2 now. It's my favorite video game ever, but...
Yeah, I told you. He switched up on The Last of Us and shit, bro. To be honest, bro, Last of Us 2 is trash. I don't know how he likes the fucking Last of Us, but, well, part 2, part 1, the first one's actually good. Part 2, fucking Joel, look how Joel died and shit. No.
Attack on Titan, that's shit's ass. But, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay.
There are many better series out there. Many better series out there. Some may not be anime or manga, but web novels and TV and shit like that. There are so many better shit out there than AOT. But do you think people care about that?
What was the okay? So when did you first become interested in manga and anime? Because I know you said you switched your content. Like when did you first become interested in that?
Well, I've been a fan of anime ever since I was a kid, and manga too, because so I started out with like the basic shit, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, which I didn't even Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't even consider these anime, but technically they were.
Yeah, those are like cartoons, bro.
Yeah, and then
but they're anime.
I graduated as I got older. I graduated to more traditional anime, Naruto, Death Note.
Those are fucking.
And they inspired me to start drawing because I liked the characters and I wanted to draw them. And then I was like, well, what if I drew my own characters? And then I make my own manga. I think the first I didn't call them manga back then because I didn't really understand the difference. But I think the first comic book I ever made, I was like 8.
I remember that. Yeah, I used to make comic books too. When I was a kid, bro, I used to do like my own panels and shit. Like I'd take like a loose leaf, and I'll put like squares on it, and then I'll draw I different angles and close ups and far shots and shit like that. Yeah, I used to do that too. I fell off of that, but yeah.
My own Pokemon comic book where like I made my own character who had his own Pokemon and went on his own like.
Oh, for me it was God of War. For me it was not Pokemon. It was God of War. I remember the introduction to the comic was basically similar to God of War Ascension, where the main character was basically being tortured, was basically chained up and being tortured. Yeah, I used to do that too. That was my first ever comic. It was basically based off the God of War Ascension, not Pokemon.
Journey and shit like that.
What a
I made it
crazy
into
kid
like
am I, huh?
notebook papers, and people in my class would like read them and shit. And then after that, I was like, okay, now I want to make my own original stories. And over time, I got better as an artist, but not to the level that I thought I should be at the time, which probably wasn't even true. But I just felt like I wasn't progressing as an artist, and I was comparing myself to like goated artists like Kishimoto.
That's not a good idea, but whatever. You're a kid. You're gonna compare yourself to the best of the best. Not well. Kishimo's not the best of the best, but he is professional.
And I was like, I can't
Oh
He's a
yeah,
do
pro.
nah, you can't do
this.
that starting
Yeah,
off.
so it's not even the purpose in me continuing. So I kind of gave up. And then when
I can still draw. The problem is I can't like draw like like do like I can't do like the like fucking like the more technical shit like the fucking perspective and shadowing and shit like that. I can't do that. I can do basic fucking like drawings, but I can't do basic. I can't do like I've done like body pictures before. Like I've done like I drew characters like whole bodies and faces and shit like that. I just that when it comes on to adding like a 3D like depth and like perspective, I cannot do that.
started talking a lot of shit about Attack on Titan, fast forward like 10, 15 years, I'm talking shit about Attack on Titan, and people were like, well, it's not that easy. Why don't you make a story? And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then yeah, yep. People started to argue that since you're not a since you're not a story since you're not a writer, you can't critique it. Some shit like that. I actually hate that shit. I remember people started talking about uh sports analysts can't talk about sports if they haven't if never made it far into that sport. I'm just like, okay, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I understand that so much. It's basically the occupational like fallacy. She's like, oh, well, since you never did this before, since you never had this job before, you are not allowed to critique the story, which is like totally unfair, right? Because even when I was talking about like other stories and shit, like Scott Pilgrim and all and the AOT and like One Piece and shit, I wasn't a fucking writer then. That means like tell like half these anime tubers to fucking to stop fucking making content about anime if they can't if they have that occupational fucking fallacy. It's so stupid. Um, yeah, but you hear that argument a lot. It's like, oh, you're not a content creator, or you're not a fucking writer. So what would you know? Some shit like that. I'm just like, I don't need to be a writer or to be an artist to know when something is bad or not. You don't need no.
Okay,
I'll put my money where my mouth is and show you bitches that it ain't as fucking hard as you're making it out to be. And that's pretty much it. That's what made me want to make. I mean, other than the fact that I love manga in general.
That's actually kind of genius.
Yeah,
That's
do that.
kinda
Out,
genius.
yeah, do it out of spite. Yeah, people do that. People can make things out of spite, and they will make it the highest quality possible just to shove it down their throats. Like, yeah, nigga, eat that.
Use the hate as promo. That's lucky.
Yeah.
DSP did that shit.
Oh, but speaking of that, that actually goes into my next question perfectly, because I was like, what was like your creative process behind this? Like, what was your biggest inspirations to make this for like the people who don't know?
Okay, so my biggest inspiration for this was
He wants
the
AOT.
character the Owl in Attack on Titan. I really like the concept of a character that's like actively hurting his own people to save his people. That was like the original source where it came from. And then I thought like, okay, well, how can I make a setting that facilitates a character like that where they can like thrive in a setting like that? And so that's when I made the cave with no exits, no escape route. You know, the only way out is gonna be through the way that the owners have access to.
The issue that I had with the art for a bit was like, why was fucking what's that nigga's name? Osmodi or something like that. Why was that fucking nigga so tall compared to the slaves? Like that nigga was gigantic. This nigga was able to stomp Salem's parents out. Legit like crush their whole bodies under his big ass. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga's tall as shit.
So, and then from
Unless
there,
like
you know,
Sam
the
and the
story
guys like
started
dwarves
to
or some shit. That can
evolve
be
into something
understandable.
more than that, and I started to look at more deeper concepts than just I'm sacrificing my own people to get ahead. I started looking at things that I myself find interesting.
Breaking Bad.
The main theme of the story is the the balance between complacency and determination, and when is enough, and when is going too far, when are you going too far, when do you just be satisfied with what you have, because today in society everyone always wants more. They're never really like appreciative of what they currently have, and so that's why I wanted a character that was like that, who was appreciative of what he had, and then begins to become that person who isn't appreciative of that anymore and always wants more and always wants better things, and what that does to a person.
Yeah, basically like Walter White, right? Walter White originally he wanted enough money to put away for his family. But when he was already basically set, he still kept on making meth and all that shit. So for him it went from like basically security or financial security to basically pride and shit, right? And basically that's how Walter got caught. That's how Walter got caught by Hank, was basically his own ego. So, you know.
So yeah.
Yes, it's basically the Walter White egoist path that he was trying to go on to.
That's pretty much
That's
it.
pretty. That's yeah, I like that. That kind of inspired me a little bit.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool concept, and the places that this character ends up going, and the things that this character ends up doing is it's some shit that's like, it was hard for me to write it, so I imagine it would be hard for people to read it too.
Yeah, I understand that. Like your stories, I like it so far though. From what I read, it's like it's a little slow burner, but it's definitely getting there.
I do not care about the pacing of my motherfucking story. I I don't care if it's slow, bro. If it's good throughout the slow pace, it is fucking good. I for me, man, stories are a marathon, not a fucking sprint, and and that's the issue. Mangakas and people nowadays, bro, they want a sprint, not a marathon.
I feel like you're finding your footing. Speaking of which, what was like the most difficult thing to like learn when making manga? Like, what was the
Yeah, so for me,
You
it's
can't say drawing, saying, cause you don't draw your shit. That's Fish that does that shit. So, but I think for okay, let me just see what he says.
like I like when I write a story, I write it in the perspective of myself reading it and what I would be entertained by. Like, oh shit,
That's also that's a good mindset. Write a story that you're gonna enjoy. That's the problem. That's the first thing about writing a story is it has to be something that you're gonna enjoy. When you want to read it at some point. I'll be honest. When I write like my fanfics or when I have like insert like that, I don't read it. I don't go back. I don't read it like unironically unless I need to like revisit something or like change like fix some dialogue or some shit like that. I don't reread it with the sake for enjoyment. I don't know. I just don't do that. It's like a fucking Johnny Depp thing. Like Johnny Depp he doesn't watch his own movies. Like for me, I don't watch my own videos when I make videos. I don't really watch it. Besides, again, if it's like editing or something, then I have to know just but to rewatch it. But me rewatching unironically for enjoyment, I just can't do that. That's just me. I don't know. It just feels weird hearing my own voice and shit like that. I tried to do that and it just didn't really work out very much. I don't know. I'm not very comfortable with myself listening to myself or listening to my own writing style, shit like that. So yeah, I kind of for me, like I understand how Johnny Depp feels, bro. It's like, yo, you wanna do something, you wanna get it through, and bam, bro. But yeah, I mean that's a good mindset to have. If you're gonna write a story, the at least the foundation should be like you as the writer should at least enjoy writing it and enjoy reading it whenever you want to come back to it, something like that. Because if you're not gonna enjoy it, then you're not gonna really put much effort into it, are you?
You back?
I have no idea what happened. But
good.
let me start off. Let me start off with the last question. I was like, oh my god. So what was the most difficult thing to learn when making your manga? My bad.
It's all good. Yeah, so I was just learning. So basically, like when I write, I think of it from the perspective of myself, like watching it, basically. And I think like would this be something I would be personally interested in? And then
Yes.
and then I make it from there because I know that I can never make anything. No one can ever make anything that everyone's going to be interested in. So I just
Yeah, I
make
know
something
it's
that I'm
impossible.
interested in.
I'm sorry. It's impossible. You can never make something that everyone's gonna universe that everyone's gonna enjoy. It's impossible. So you should start off with small steps. Make something that you're gonna enjoy, and then whatever happens, happens. Whether people like it, whether people don't like it.
And then that I consider to be entertaining, that I consider to be interesting, and then hope that other people do as well. Now, the thing that about it is, um, the way that I plan my story and the way that I decide what information to give and what information not to give, I'm starting to realize that um, sometimes the audience picks up things in ways that I didn't expect them to, and sometimes it's my fault, and sometimes it isn't. And I'm learning to like get better at explaining the information in a way that leads them to the the route I want them to go to. Like imagine taking a horse to you keep the classic saying, you could take a horse to water, you can't force him to drink. So I want to at least take them to the 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 bucket of water that I want them to drink from at least. And if that makes any sense. So I'm getting better at like giving a lot more clues into the information I want to give. But at the same time, there are people who pick up on the clues. So I know I'm doing it right, but I guess I have to. And it's a struggle for me because I'm like, damn, should I dumb it down a little bit? Should I make it a little bit more simple so that more people get these things? Because there's sometimes where it's like, damn, like I feel like that's so obvious, but it's hard to tell because I have to remember I made the story, So obviously, what's obvious to me may not be obvious to someone else. So it's like a balance of not dumbing down my story too much, but at the same time trying to make it as accessible as possible.
Yeah, and that kind of comes with making manga because when you have a fan base of manga, it's always gonna be more harder to like guide them into a direction without showing them, without making it too obvious.
Yeah, good manga, much you can do. It's just some black and white pages. It don't have music, it don't have voice acting, and all that stuff.
Next question. I'm coming back to questions, but did you expect? Speaking of fanbase, did you expect to receive like, from is it surprising or is it like a surprise?
My nigga is like most of it. Well, I'm not gonna say most. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So basically, the way my is and when I talked about the way I talked about it's very feelings. None of that. People get fucking attached to stories. Like,
Yeah, again, it's okay. Okay to like a story and shit, but to become so attached to where your channel or to where something is completely based off of that story alone. Like for me personally, I don't like channels that are slowly based onto one specific thing only. Like for example, if you have a whole channel based off of a fucking Death Note, I'm good like I'm not gonna enjoy a channel because if besides Death Note, what else you have? You know what I'm saying? So I don't like, I don't, I guess, unless it's like a officially owned channel, like some edits or some shit, sure, it'd be fine. But to look for your thing for like analysis or whatever, I don't like, again, I'm not the biggest fan of channels that are dedicated to one specific thing. Like if it's like a gaming thing, if it's like a gaming channel, that's pretty broad, right? You can pretty much do anything with gaming channels. You can do challenges with gaming. You can play different variety of genres and games and stuff like that. But if it's something like super specific, like a TV show, and that TV show alone, it's just like it's come on, you can't really do much with it, right?
Like I'm not like that. Like I don't give a fuck. Like yeah, I could watch someone talk shit
Yeah,
about
me
The
neither.
Last of Us 2 all day, every day. I'm never gonna be like fuck this dude. Somebody okay, well that's how he feels. That's fine. If he has stupid points, I'll say his points are stupid. But I'm never gonna like dislike him as a person just because he happens to not like a story that I like. But some people are like really not like that. Some people really get attached to these stories.
Yes. And he knows. Saint definitely fucking knows, bro. Because there are people that are so attached to the fucking AOT. It's insane, bro. And basically, any hint of criticism equals hate. I'm just like, come on, bro. I like Death Note, but I will still come up and say the second half ain't good compared to the first half. Neo is garbage. Mellow is garbage. I'm still willing to say that shit. One Piece. One Piece is my fucking favorite series. I'm willing to say some shit are fucking ass. I don't like the way the female bodies are drawn and shit. You can like stuff. You can still you can like something and still have critiques on it. The problem is people don't freaking understand that, so they conflate criticism with hate. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, like obviously, same thing like the accolade, some shit. Oh, if you criticize the accolade, then you hate black people, or you're a bigot, you're a racist, and all that shit. It's stupid. People are so stupid, bro. People do that, and it's annoying.
When they see someone like me, like straight shitting on them, like I don't have mercy when it comes to shitting on stories sometimes, especially if they really piss me off.
Oh yeah, me too. When the photo car is such a fucking piece of shit. No, yeah, me too. I would fucking lay it down, bro. No mercy. If I really don't like an aspect of a story, I will lay it down straight. I don't fucking like it, and I'll explain why.
And I really feel like they're like an insult to me. I really go crazy. So a lot of people they take that pain and they're like, okay, then they see, okay, this guy's trying to make a story. I'm gonna go shit on his story.
Basically, whenever it's like this, whenever somebody attacks like a series, they feel like it's attacking themselves, right? Because they're putting their feelings and their relatability and all that shit into the story. So whenever you're critiquing it or talking about a certain character, I don't like this character for this, and this reason, they're like, they get all offended, they get mad, they'll clap back sometimes, but sometimes they just sure insult you and then have a good day. People be like that, bro. Like I remember one time, bro. I was on Twitter one time. I understand Twitter is fucking toxic and full of idiots. I know, but I was on Twitter one time, right? And I follow one of the accounts that talk about a ship, right, and an Astoria. And what happened was PowerPoints, like the official PowerPoint Twitter account, were like, "Hey, how about we make a PowerPoint?" No. 'Cause what happened was the account was says I might make a PowerPoint on I'm gonna make a PowerPoint on why I like Aaron and Astoria as a ship, and then PowerPoint replied to that tweet. He's like, "Oh, Aaron and Astoria, interesting. You can make a PowerPoint," and then they put like a two heart signs, and then the amount of people that came in replied to that shit, it was insane. Some people were like, "Yo, you based, yo." PowerPoint, you based, you're cooking, you're sauteing in the kitchen, and then there's some other people on the other side be like, I'm never using PowerPoint again. You're trash PowerPoint. It's just like, bro, how are you saying you're not gonna use PowerPoint ever again because they're trying to promote their shit? Come on, bro. You know the whole point of PowerPoint, the whole point of them replying to them is basically they're trying to promote their shit. And you're getting so offended. It's like, come on, bro. Again, people. I hate people like that, but that put so much feelings and so much emotion, put so much of themselves into a series or into a character of a series. It's so stupid, bro. And I don't like that at all.
They don't even give it a chance because they want to make me feel the way I made them feel. So a lot of the early criticism that Deuteronomy was getting was really just not in good faith because there was people who were just like,
Yeah, because people already were hating on him because of what the AOT shit. So people were coming up. People were like, okay, let me see your story. And AOT quality, your shit. Bam, bye.
just doing it just for that. But once they realized that I didn't give a fuck and I just kept going, they kind of just gave up and left it alone. And now basically the only people who are keeping up with it are people who are actually interested, other than like my true hardcore fucking haters.
Oof, yeah.
2 or 3 of them now. But yeah.
Soulless.
But yeah, I mean, I expected the support I have now. I would say. I mean, I don't want to say expected, but I felt
you
like I was.
expected the hate.
I definitely expected the hate.
Oh, definitely. He
When it comes to
definitely expected the
support,
fucking hate.
I know I was delivering. I know I'm delivering a quality product. So if I didn't think it was good, I wouldn't make it. If I didn't think it was good, I wouldn't be
talking
putting my
about it.
effort into it. I would just say, okay, well, obviously, I'm not as good as I thought I was, but I think it's good. I think I have a very good story on my hand, a very good product on my hand, and a lot of people agree. So I'm gonna keep making it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is the question I wanted to ask the most because I'd be confused. Do you have like a schedule when you're dropping like each chapter, or do you just drop it whenever it gets done?
Yeah, probably whenever it gets done. Originally, it was
Same. I do have my fanfics. I kind of drop it whenever it gets done. I'm running chapter. I'm on chapter 31 right now, and I'm not even done chapter 31. I'm like probably like early halfway into it. Again, I'm dropping whenever it's done. I don't have a set schedule. I drop it whenever it's done because again, if you're not you're not getting paid for it, bro. It's like the motivation of getting something from monetary value kind of goes down. So I just like, well, I'm not getting paid for it. So what's the whole point of me putting up all that and that? For me, yeah, I kind of drop it whenever I feel like it. Like last time I released the chapter was on like the 24th of August. It's literally been a week since, and I have not dropped anything since. I do drop updates every now and then. I drop updates. Okay, here's the progress on this chapter. Here's the progress how I'm doing and shit like that. Here's the reason why I can't finish it on time. But yeah, I drop it. I drop it whenever I feel like it's ready to drop. Yeah, I know how it feels to be like that.
want to go month by month, but I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard to
Yeah, me
start.
too. I actually tried to do it. Like I tried to release like 2 to 3 chapters a week because back then I had like all my shit was like I had like a bunch of it already like pre-written. I just had to do the editing phase and polish it up a little bit. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna do 2 to 3 chapters a week, and then after that, it just there be some moments, maybe some fucking weeks I don't even drop a chapter. I just drop an update, tell you what's going on, and then that's it. Have a nice day. Go read something else. Yeah, I'm like that, dude.
But it's up to my artist really. Like me personally, like I've had the first 10 chapters completely done and storyboarded since like 2 years ago now. So like it's not me. It's just you know I don't know if you know this, but I don't draw Deuteronomy. I have an artist who draws it. So
Oh, oh.
yeah, I don't draw it. I have an artist. He's goated obviously, but yeah, he it's up to him, like it's I don't force him. I'm not like, yo, like it has to be done by this time, and no, it's just like just let me know when you're ready when it's done. Okay, but yeah, he usually finishes around 2 months.
Oh, that is pretty consistent. That's faster than a lot of projects,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's more consistent than fucking Hunter x Hunter. Cause Hunter x Hunter, bro, you be getting like one manga a fucking year, bro. One chapter a year.
Um, do you plan on running your manga for a long time, or do you plan on making it like short? Like, what's
Well,
the idea behind
Well, Deuteronomy is like a finite story. Like it's not one of those, one of these shonen stories that last 400 chapters and shit. It's not like that. Like the most I could ever see Deuteronomy ever get into would be like early hundreds. But that would be like me. Like that would have to be like
You have to put like a lot of shit into it though if you're gonna make it last just only like 100 and shit like that.
it would have to be like fucking. It would have to have gotten huge for me to do that. But ultimately, like I know where the story's going. I know the arcs. I know all the points that it has to get to.
Oh, for me, oh my goodness. What I have planned out for my fic, bro, it is going to be a long one. Cause I'm not only calculating the chapters, the amount. Cause again, when I finish arc 1, I'm gonna have to average how long it's gonna take for me to finish every arc. And I have so many arcs planned. I have a whole time skip. Then I have like shit that happens during the time skip, like little moments and shit. And then I have other characters doing other things during the series and shit like that. It's like a fucking Game of Thrones novel, bro. Obviously not in terms of quality, but probably in terms of size. Well, maybe in terms of quality, maybe it depends on me. But in terms of size, it's gonna be gigantic. It's gonna be fucking characters that do this at this time while these characters are doing this. And obviously for me, I'm starting off small, right? It's taking place within Parody and Marley. So obviously there's a perspective that takes place in Marley, and then the other ones take place in Eldia. And then obviously as the series progresses, it's gonna be much more bigger in terms of like how many characters and shit are involved until it's like a widespread problem. And honestly, bro, it's again, I haven't planned out. I have an outline of where it's gonna go, but the problem is I haven't planned everything to a minute detail. So obviously, dialogue, character journeys, character paths might change, but I do know like the major the plot points of these arcs. It's just the problem is how do I get there as smoothly and as fleshed out as possible. And if that causes the pacing to go a little bit bad or to be a little bit slower, then that's so be it. For me personally, I don't mind a slow series. I don't mind a slow paced series at all. So as long as I enjoy my journey through, it's okay. So yeah, let's just say I have plenty of arcs, and it's in the double digits. So it's like 10 plus arcs I have, yo. And don't forget the narrative style that I'm using is basically a One Piece Game of Thrones style. So it's gonna be multiple perspectives and characters from a whole other country doing this, and then characters will be doing this, and how is it all connecting shit, you know? So that's how it's gonna work.
To I know
Oh, like, oh, what are the villains? What are these characters doing? Wow, the other characters are doing this. So yeah,
all the characters that need to be introduced. But if it ever were, like I said, if it ever were like gotten that popular, there are definitely things I could expand upon. There are definitely things I could stretch out. But ultimately, though, no, it would be a short story. Like the goal would be like as long as Death Note was like the original goal for it. But when you're storyboarding things and you get certain scenes, you're like, okay, maybe this scene should be longer, or maybe this should be shorter. So I'm not gonna say for sure how long it would be, but it definitely wouldn't be, like I said, anything longer than the early hundreds for sure.
Yo, your chat's funny. They said there was no. They said it only has 4 fans. Yo,
They be hating, bruh.
108 individual
they be hating.
chapters. Okay.
Which characters? Okay, this is one I was interested in. What character do you resonate the most with your manga?
Oh, he's gonna say Seom. Seom. Seom.
That's tough.
Seom. Or it's
That's a
Ozzy.
tough question.
Seom.
Well, there is one that I see. The thing is, I can't answer that. I guess I could say the characters that have been introduced. I could say.
Yeah, don't spoil nothing for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Aaron. Yeah, I resonate the most with Aaron. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, I read. Oh yeah, I don't even want to talk about that right now. That chapter was pretty good though.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, Aaron and Cena. I guess Cena too. Cena too.
Yeah, they did mention Cena. They asked me my opinion on it. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk about it
You
yet.
mean Seom? You mean Seom Saints, not Aaron?
Bro, people fucking hate Cena, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, people do hate Cena. I remember I saw some in the chat, but they do not like Cena.
And it's like they just fucking hate it. Cena is probably the biggest shock to me as a writer, because I was like, okay, I know they're gonna fucking hate Ozymandias. I know people are gonna have mixed feelings on Sam. That was the goal. I know they're not gonna have too strong feelings on his family because they just met them. But I expected people to be like, oh, Cena's like, okay, that's an interesting character. She had a quick arc. She changed. She learned. She went against her ideals that she had been bestowed upon her whole life within like a few minutes. And everyone's like, fuck that bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they have more hate for her than fucking Ozzy, who actually killed everyone. And I'm like, bro, I just can't. But I mean, most of the time it's like a meme, but some people actually truly do fucking hate her. And it's like, god damn.
Yeah, I see most of it as a meme though, but people fucking meme on Ozzy and shit like that, talk about Ozzy boot and shit like that. So yeah, I don't know. I see more as a meme.
I think it was gonna be like that. That was the biggest surprise to me ever since I made this story.
Nah, Ozzy's a demon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a fucking asshole, and then people treat Cena worse than him.
Nah, I kind of understand. I don't want to talk about it. I kind of understand though. I don't want to talk about it. In 2 words or less, what does this manga mean to you? That's a good question.
Yeah, I was reading that and I was trying to think of what I would say, and I would say, what does it mean to me?
In 2 words or less? For me?
No, I like the story.
Oh,
I feel like
I fucked up. Fuck, I don't know where I left off.
Be, putting my effort into it. I would just say, okay, well, obviously, I'm not as good as I thought I was, but I think it's good. I think it would have to be like, it would have to have gotten huge for me to do that.
Who was I?
Hard choices.
Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, what do you say? If you would put the
In 2 words or less, what does this manga mean to you?
oh, what does it mean to me? What does it mean to him? Oh, for my fic is for me it means fun. Cause Indian, that's what I'm doing it for. It's for fun. Is that a spider? Oh no, it's not a spider. It's just fucking a spider web. Yeah, for me I would say fun. If I tell my fic any of my writing projects in one word, I'll just say fun. Cause then that's what I'm doing it for. It's just for fun.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
But
I
for him,
was
it's
reading that
hard
and I was trying to
choices.
think of what I would say, and I would say, what does it mean to me?
Yeah, Chad, this is not scripted.
Yeah, not at all. Let's see. Hard choices. Yeah, hard choices. That's what it means to me.
Deuteronomy.
Yeah, it's a meme too. People call it that all the time.
Oh my god.
Well, it's all good. I mean, I don't mind the people who are fucking just joking around or whatever. It doesn't bother me, but
I know that's hilarious.
yeah. But yeah, to hard choices. That's what it's all about. That's all I want is hard choices. That's what pretty much every every.
That's like some Game of Thrones shit. Yeah, that's a Game of Thrones. So yeah, Game of Thrones is full of hard choices. So I can definitely see where he got inspiration from. Plus, he does like Game of Thrones too. He did talk about Game of Thrones pretty bit. So
Major point of the story is hard choices.
So it's like, okay, so that's what it like means to you. It's like what? It's like life's hard, or like that's what it means.
Well, okay, I don't understand. Are you saying what does the story itself mean to me?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah. What does a manga mean to you?
Okay,
Like,
I'm thinking like what you what. Okay, I'm thinking like what with the if. Okay, let me see.
oh,
What is
he got confused. He was like if you can describe the story in 2 words, what would it be? And he said hard choices. But
yeah, my bad. Maybe I
It's
should
okay.
slow down. Yeah.
It's okay.
no,
So what does
you
it?
should just rephrased it better because you said what did it mean to him, and that's not Saint's fault. He didn't listen properly because he thought we mean like what does he thought that it was like what does the story mean in 2 words or less? That's what he meant.
It
Whoops.
mean to me?
Yeah, like you specifically.
And you saying manga in general or Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomy, like your
Okay.
manga.
Okay, what does my manga mean to me?
Deuteronomy.
Everything.
Fucking goodness.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's my baby, man. It's my baby for sure.
Yeah, your son for real.
Yep, every character is like a child, so it's like, like I know them inside and out, so it's like when they go through something, I feel like I'm going through it.
I feel that. What is the biggest problem or or did I say this? What is your biggest problem or setback when creating your manga? Like,
No, you didn't.
What was
Ask
something?
this. Oh God, I had so many. So, so originally when I decided that I was gonna get an artist, I went to Fiverr, right? And I was looking for a manga artist there, and I found this one guy who was pretty good, but and so originally he made like I gave him like my rough concepts of all the character designs, and he made all the character designs for the characters. And then after that, I was like, all right, well, let's go ahead and get started. And he was making the chapter, but it took him about 6 months to make 20 pages. So, and that's not
6
even,
months to make 20 pages,
and that's not even like a third. That's like barely a third of chapter one, right? So I was like, yeah, this is way too fucking slow. And then at the same time, that was the hardest part. And then at the same time, I have my current artist. His name is Fish. He was in my Discord server. And he was like sending me like basically I would send what the artist had drawn, like, and he would send his version of it and say like, Joe, just let me do it, bro. I'll do it way faster. Just let me do it. Let me know. I want to work on this project. Like I could do it, And at first I was like, I don't know, like his art wasn't as good today. His improvement from where he started to now is fucking insane, especially when you consider how old he is. He's a teenager. So
Oh yeah, he's talented.
Yeah, he's talented as fuck, dude. And so and his progression is crazy. So, but at the time, like when he first sent it, like his art was good, but it's like it's just like I don't know, like it's not. I don't think this is good enough, right? But but he kept working and working, and he kept showing me like, no, I can do this. And one thing that I really always liked about him was the emotion. He captured the emotion very well. And so I was like, okay, well, if you can do it in a timely manner and you can capture the emotion well and you're going to be consistent, fuck it, let's do it. And ever since then, we've been working pretty well. I mean, yeah, there's been times where he took extended breaks, but it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't think. I thought me being dumb. I thought you drew it, but
Nah,
yeah,
no,
shout
I
out to
didn't.
you, shout out to your artist, though.
Yeah.
It did get better. I see the improvements, though. I definitely do.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a lot better. Yeah, he never drew like a manga or anything ever in his life. This is his first
For
time
real,
ever. Yep.
it's gonna be a good thing on his background.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you keep that up.
Okay, being an upcoming manga creator and reading new manga is the biggest thing manga.
They should be doing weird
Oh, yeah, he. Sorry.
and storytelling before so you know it's like just got
Mushoku Tensei, yep, that's one. I think talking about Berserk too. Berserk, I don't think he does not like Berserk if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure Saint does not like Berserk, so I'm pretty sure he's referencing Berserk as well. Uh, Game of Thrones, I think he's also talking about Game of Thrones too, because Game of Thrones does have some of that shit. Especially with the incest shit. And I think he's also talking about AOT as well. So.
you know all that stuff is
Oh,
like that's
I
that's
can't stand.
that's what I'm
I can't
saying.
stand.
Yeah, all that weird shit, man. Like I don't do none of that. Like my story no. I don't I just tell the story, man. You don't have to do all that weird shit. So that's like my most annoying thing.
Here's the problem though. I don't mind that in a story as long as it has some sort of use, has like some sort of importance to it. If it's there just for the sake of being there, I'm not gonna like it. Right? So, but if it's there for like a very good reason, a very good narrative like reason, then I don't mind it being there. But if it's just there for the sake of being there, or basically if it has no relevance to the story at all, like if you basically take it out and then nothing would change, I don't like it. There's no point of having that. So, yeah, for me, I do have a character that is a pedo. Yeah, he is a. Oh, well, I don't want to get canceled for this. I have a villain in my fic. He is a pedophile. He is that, and basically he is a part of him as a character is based off of Judge Holden. Judge Holden is one of the best villains I've ever seen in any literature that I've ever seen, and he's basically Judge Holden is basically a very malicious guy who does shit for pleasure and does shit for fun, right? So he would he would freaking back in the day, in where the setting takes place in Blood Meridian. Basically, if you when you scalp Indians, you basically get money for the scalps, right? So sometimes he would scalp innocent like Indians, and he'll corrupt people around him to do the same thing as well. And then also he would kidnap kids and then rape them and shit like that. You see like a serial rapist and shit like that. I have a character that's kind of based off of him from that, but he is there for a reason. So I don't mind characters that have that as long as it has some sort of reason. It's not just there for the sake of some fetish or some shit like that. That there's no point of that. So that for that's like a teeter dot line though. That's why I admit that.
Thing. Whenever I see stuff like that in stories, it just makes me like fucking. I don't even take the story seriously anymore. Like that's the one I'm referencing is Fire Punch. Like I liked Fire Punch until that
Oh,
happened,
Fire Punch is
and I was like,
different.
yeah, I can't read this anymore. It's just not doing it for me.
It's ironic you like Fire Punch, and that story is
No, I
damn
don't
near
like it. I don't like it. I liked it until that moment came up, and then I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Nah, I definitely agree with that part, but that's just Japan culture, and I don't like that of it. That's not cool.
Yeah, I'm not really one for the cult making excuses on cultures. I'll be honest, if it's disgusting.
Yeah, like oh, yeah, it's like the example. Oh, people. Oh, when you make like an incest story, like an incest romance story, if you're like, oh, but what's that anime called when it's like when the brother and sister get fucking got married in the end? I forgot what it was called. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows what I'm fucking talking about. It's like the blonde girl and then a dark haired guy, that both like brother and sister. They get married or some shit like that. Yeah, everyone knows what I'm fucking talking about. Was it Oremo? Oremo? Is it something? Wait, let me switch it up. I think it's called Oremo. Look it up. Yes, I know. Oremo. Yes, it is called Oremo. Yeah, so like a show like Oremo that has like legit like they're actually like blood related or like something called something no Sora that also has like the incest shit like that and it's just there for romance. I'm like, yeah, no, just because those other stories have it doesn't mean it justifies for you to have it unless it's there for a reason, you know. Instead of writing it's some fetish shit. Yeah, I understand what he's talking
It's
about.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's different. That's weird. AOT suck Donkey D. Yo.
Bro, don't even bring up AOT in my chat. These guys are perpetually consumed by it. They can never let it go.
What?
Okay.
Although Kirino and Kisuke are not blood related in the game. Oh shit, huh? Yeah, you gotta say, oh, it's not in, they're not in the game. Yeah, fucking, yeah, you little fucker. But this is in Kirino's route though. Yeah, make them not fucking blood related. You know you're gonna be fucked. But oh yeah, it's a visual novel. Hmm. Mm. Okay. Okay. They're not blood related. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Say that shit to make it feel alright, huh? But nah, but what's it called? Yusoga no Sora? Oh no, they're Yusoga no Sora. They are blood related. They are blood related. Let me see here. Cause they are twins, so there's no way you can say, oh, no, they are fucking blood related. Let me see here. Where's the wiki? Yeah, visual novel. Okay. Let me see the spoilers, please. What's his name? Haruka. Haruka and Sora. Oh yeah, I need to add it to my anime list. I did watch it. I'm not proud of it watching it, but I did watch it. Yeah, but it's a fucking visual novel, so there's different routes though. That's the issue. Yeah, that's the issue. Cause it's again, it's a visual novel, so there's different routes it can go to. But episode 12, but the most episodes is the one that goes to Haruka effing his sister, his blood related sister. Yeah, because episode 1 is basically the starting point. Then it splits off for the bracket. Episode 2 and 7 are completely different. They go splits off into two girls. Episode 8 and 9 goes into the Nihao's routes. Episode 5 and 6 goes to Akira's route. 3 and 4 goes to Kazuha's route, and then 10, 11, and 12, the final episodes go to Sora's route, and everyone remembers the Sora route the most because that's when it leaves off you in the memory. Yeah. So yeah, that's why everyone fucking remembers that one because they left it. They really left off the anime with the Sora route. That's how that one has the most episodes are based off of that. It's fucking creepy. Anyways, resume.
So, what is your advice to YouTubers who want to make manga?
Right.
Like, what is your advice?
This goes to anybody, like not even just YouTubers, but man, just if you can, just do it because like we all have we all have the potential to make something great, you know? Like who knows? You could be the next big thing. You never know. You can make one of the greatest stories ever. You know, if all the people who have made amazing stories didn't do it, then we wouldn't have any, you know? Like what makes them any different from you? If you have a good idea and you have a good concept and you do your work, you get down and you really pay attention and you know what you're doing and you take it very seriously. Yeah, get to it. Now, obviously, you have to be able to draw, or you have to be able to get someone to draw for you, which is, you know, that's.
Or simply, you could just write a web novel. There's nothing wrong with writing a web novel. But yeah, he's still on manga, so yeah.
Another problem, but even if you
That's
can't do
honestly
that,
the hardest part, to be
yeah,
honest.
that is the hardest part of making a manga for sure. But I mean, even if you look at One Punch Man or Attack on Titan, like they didn't really have the greatest art. You know, One Punch Man specifically, you know, it was terrible art.
Oh no.
Yeah, cause the One Punch Man, he has like a web comic where he draws himself, and then he has an artist where they draw it themselves. And if you look at the web comic, it is that if you look at the web comic where the mangaka draws it himself, it is not good at all. It's like a child, it's like a fucking, it's like a fucking 10-year-old drew it. But if you look at the official manga drew by someone else, by his artist, it looks completely different. It looks more polished and looks way better. So yeah. But again, if you guys don't have the money to get a manga or whatever, you can simply do a light. You can simply do like a web novel. There's nothing wrong with doing web novels. But again, it's a different medium. So obviously, if you want more visual, it's more you have to be like more descriptive, come the visual representation and shit like that. So again, it depends what you want to do. But I think for me personally, it's more easier to do for my budget and shit like that. It's more easier for me to do web novels. And if it gets to the end, then whatever. If I feel like want to give it like a manga thing, then whatever. But for me, it's sticking to web novel.
Oh
The
yeah, I
web
couldn't
zone.
even read it.
But look at where it is now, you know. So you never know. But the main thing is just do it because you want to, not because you want to make money from it or you want to be like a famous person. You know, just do it because you want to make a good story, and even if it's just for you to read it, you know. Because I read Deuteronomy all the time. I think about it all the time. And once it's done, I'm definitely going to be its biggest fan because, like, I made it for myself first and foremost because I was like, bro, I'm tired of these trash stories. I'm gonna make a good one.
um, what's your approach to creating like strong, memorable characters? I actually took this from a manga question because this was a good question.
That's not a bad question. So my biggest thing, and this is a thing that I've noticed in pretty much every character and that I've ever seen that I thought was compelling, and that is make them have to decide between what they want and what they need.
Ooh.
Yep, that's like the George R. R. Martin thing. It's like Jon Snow, he is basically a thing between duty and desire. It's just like Jon Snow, for example, yeah, Jon Snow, he wants to be with Ygritte, but he can't be because he's in a Night's Watch. So it's a duty that he's in a Night's Watch, with a desire being living with Ygritte up north and shit like that. So yeah, I understand what he's trying to do. I understand what he's getting at with that thing.
Ooh.
And so every single character I've made ever, every major character anyway, they always have to decide between what they want and what they need, and the conflict between that decision and how they move accordingly to, usually they're going to choose what they want first until they realize what they need. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So Sam, for example, like in the beginning, he uh, he wants to be free, but he needs, support. He needs his family. He needs comfort. He needs stability. So those that type of dynamic makes it where it's like, okay, because we all as humans, we always have to go through what we want and what we need. We want to go on vacation, but we have to go to work. We need to go to work to pay our bills. So it automatically makes the character relatable in that aspect, because we all go through that every day. So
Yeah, I definitely do feel that. That definitely does give me more context behind the story when you explain it and like you look through it through like the author's perspective of it. So I think I already had this last question. I think I already I'm taking like you said like 2 months. You said like okay.
yeah, months usually on every chapter. Each, but the chapters have been 25, 30 pages, but like chapter 1 was 60 something, like 65 pages. Chapter 9 we like 40. Chapter 10 was like 40. So those are gonna take longer.
Right.
But, yeah.
Honestly, is good. That was all the questions I had. Yeah, those were all I had.
Alright, yeah, that's cool, man. Those are some good questions. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why the hell you look this way. Not hating or anything. Your video on my manga do better than my videos on my manga.
I have no idea that much. I don't know. Is that like a couple thousand? Okay, decent. I did this like 8,000.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the hell? Like, bro, you get one views on your shit. Like, take that one video as we. And all my videos on manga, not all of them, but a lot of mine.
Yeah, I was about don't give me anxiety like that. I was gonna be like, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah, I did.
I think because I had AOT in it. That's probably why.
Yeah, maybe I should start marketing that way. Maybe.
No, but yeah, it was good talking to you because I want to see more. This definitely like opened my eyes to like a lot of stuff that I don't even behind the scenes. This was really eye opening.
All right, man. Well, yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you reading the story and making a video on it. And I'll be looking forward to your next video. And also, I'll let you know, I don't know if you know this, but basically the arc that the story is on right now is the prologue.
Oh,
the prologue. Prologue. Yeah, prologue. So chapter 1 through 10 is the story. So all the as much as you want to find, but once the prologue is done, you'll have enough information to everything that's happened so far. And like fully could have all details, have all the questions you have, and then that's why I went into this prologue. I don't know if you saw that, but.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, well, the prologue pretty much does it, and then like that's an hour. So not long, but it's not like as long. But
no, it's a little too long.
Yeah, but yeah, 10 stuff that's pretty solid. You have a mission statement of basically basically like hop and the role you'll know.
I'm real. What's told them?
But I mean,
no, I brought no. I was
my God, it makes sense.
I was like, what? Yeah, because I'm used to they're in serious. It takes a lot of period cloud on.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people. They don't come on like this. So I knew I was. Yeah, they don't have to set all the.
Like all the men.
No, not like in like math and YouTube and everything. So people shit.
Yeah, I never seen the Masked Man's manga. But apparently he's actually back on it now. I don't know who draws it. I don't know if he draws it or someone, but apparently he's actually back onto making his manga again. How did he say it? What did he say? Yeah, he said Devoro. That was called Devoro. How the fuck he say it? Devoro? Yeah. How many chapters are there though? Yeah, apparently yeah, he has like a manga. He has a manga, but he announced it like a month ago about his manga coming back. Uh, how many chapters are there? Is it a gallery? Or is it like Berserk? Cause I know he really likes Berserk. I know he really loves Berserk. Berserk's like one of his favorite like I think it's Berserk like his favorite manga. So I'm pretty sure he based it off of that. I think it's one chapter. That's it. Just one chapter. All right, you only have one fucking chapter. Okay. Ooh, that looks like a fuck. That looks like King's Sword and a Wave Master. I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna. I want to skim through it though. See how the art looks. That looks pretty good though. The art looks pretty fine. It's just there's no. The problem is the background though. There's nothing in the background. Del presente argulo. That's Spanish. Oath ends here. Amen. Bang. Okay. 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 Not bad. The manga art looks not that bad. I don't see what's to hate about it. A lot of people, not a lot of people. What the fuck? Okay. Looks like some Dark Souls Berserk shit. Is that a Glock 40? So the iPhone's back. Uh, uh, Isaac. 18. He doesn't have a last name, doesn't he? Or he probably does, he's not say it. I'm not supposed to hate about it. The art looks fine. So I'm just skimming through. I'm not gonna critique or anything. I'm not gonna fucking say I'm not gonna do a whole review on it because I'm just skimming through it. I had a brother. Fancy sword. How about you? What the fuck? Okay. Um. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with it. Look, it looks fine. Is there more? Over here. The Mastermind. Fucking Manga Dex got it. Manga Dex always support me and shit, bro. Fucking love Manga Dex. Bro's like nothing. Give me the chapters, please. Chapter 0. So I'm just skimming through it. This is completely different. The one then that's different than the one we fucking read. What the fuck? That looks way better. Oh, pops, this is the one that's it. Okay.
We're good because, like, they really didn't have much to say. Most of the, I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably went through this. Like, I noticed a lot of the stuff you said was like answered later, and so you probably were like, "Oh shit," you know, I was questioning this, but it got answered later. But some people were just like, they didn't even want to. They didn't even want to give it a chance to get answered later. They were just like, no, it's just shit. It doesn't make sense. I'm like, motherfucker, it's chapter 1. You can't expect to get all the answers in the first fucking chapter.
Exactly. If you did, then why would you want to read it?
Exactly, but that just proves that they just weren't. You know, they were arguing in bad faith. That's all.
Yeah, they not tapped in.
Yeah, not at all.
Where my manga at, I'm not making a manga. I don't know, because I got some pretty controversial opinions. I don't want to look crazy dropping a crazy manga. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey man, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna start really marketing it a lot more though.
Yeah, lock it in.
That's what I'm waiting on. I want the whole pull off be done. Then I'm gonna start reaching.
Thank you, get away with this.
Paying them to get on and see what happens.
Yeah, this is like a serious. Actually, I think like in this last video, I think I might just start stream reading it, honestly, because I feel like that's a good idea.
Yep. Yeah, do that. I recommend doing that. I recommend waiting a bit, get a whole collection, then stream reading. That's what I did 6 months ago. That's what I did. So yeah, I recommend stream reading it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I also have sneak preview for chapter 18.
Alright, fair. I wanted to see that actually. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to see that.
Well, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh man, guys, he's giving me free access.
Free access.
Free access. No, I think the funniest thing is I think what's really cool about your manga is really like the Bible references. Like I still can't get over that Sesam is literally like Moses is the name Moses backwards.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, a lot of people, then a lot of people laugh at that, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Deuteronomy is a book from the Bible. Like a lot of this is a lot of verses, you know. King Sam's father's name was King Abel. Aaron was Moses' name. Samar is Ramses' backwards.
oh, I didn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah, I made that way because I wanted to think she a lot.
Say, oh, it's Sam.
It's not Sam, yeah, but
Sam.
I started to not care because
Oh man, that's a new gen.
I think it's 7 too, but
It was cutting me about the name pronunciation. I'm just like, oh man, this is whoa, this is interesting. So we're gonna get back for it.
yeah, so
The art's getting a lot better.
yeah, he's getting
a lot.
Traditional manga sense. But yeah, basically it's a flashback of you know when they were younger, and this basically is giving Callie, which is Sam's partner, her want and need. Just talking about she wants to be everything. She wants to support him, but she needs family. She needs to be mother. She needs nurture. That's what she's best. That's what is her ultimate goal, especially after she lost mom. So and especially that Sam's mother told this to her at a very young age. She wasn't really interested in fighting and playing no swords with Sam and Caesar. She was interested in mother and nurturing and take care of child, and that's what she gravitated towards. So, and she's pregnant, and Sam doesn't want to have kids at the time. He want to have kids in the cave. She has tried to avoid pregnancy, but it didn't work out. And so now she has to, in this chapter, she has to face that reality where you know she wants to be everything, but at the same time she needs a family. So she needs a partner that's gonna be there for her kid. So
so we're getting a further time skip.
This is just a flashback thing. It's gonna go back to present day. You know, there's no time skips.
I was like, you know, that was the essay curse. Too many times.
I think definitely time skips only be used very, very, very scarcely. You know, there's no more. There's only this the one from chapter 6, and there's another ones.
I was green for your last year, and I'm like, whoa. I was like, nah. Pull out game was weak.
This pull out game was weak. They were in a fucking relationship for like fucking like 3 years, and they're in a cave. What do you expect? You tried this.
Yeah, they're probably so used to. They've been there for so long. They're so used to it. Now.
Somebody keeps spamming AOT's the best anime ever
Just
offering.
ignore
Oh my
him. He's got mental challenge. He's got mental issues. He's been doing this for years, man.
Wait, who's been saying that? Hold on, let me see the chat replay. I want to see. I want to see. Who's the chat replay? Yeah, I'm probably gonna end. I'm gonna end the stream very soon. Give me like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna end the stream because I need to put away food and stuff before I go back. Before I do it. So I'll end the stream before then. Let me see. Let me see. So I'm waiting for my fucking the chat replay to load because I use live chat because live chat has the spam on it or potential spam. Do I need to go back? Maybe you haven't seen it yet. Oh, there it is. Heal from hell, heal of hell, making king.
They probably don't even know how to wash themselves properly. It's probably stinking there.
It
Ain't gonna lie to you.
probably do stink in there, man. Ain't gonna lie. Probably do.
If loving you was wrong. Oh yeah, I remember. Saying used to stream that shit. So basically, what we do is he'll stream on Twitch, and basically he'll watch the show, and like he'll talk about it and shit.
Somebody keeps spamming AOT's the best anime ever
Just
offering.
ignore
Oh my
him. He's got mental challenge. He's got mental issues. He's been doing this for years, man. Just ignore him. He just wants attention.
Oh man, I'll grab. I gave him attention by accident.
Yeah, you did. It's okay though. He doesn't get any at home, so.
This is crazy.
Yeah, welcome to just a small taste of what I deal with.
Who was it? I don't see it.
He just wants attention.
Oh man, I'll grab. I gave him attention by accident.
Yeah, you did. It's okay though.
Oh, it's Mac.
He doesn't get any at home, so.
This is crazy.
Yeah, welcome to just a small taste of what I deal with on a day.
He said what I deal with.
Yeah.
So you're about to stream Dark Souls?
No, I just use the background OST when I'm.
Jesus Christ, this was fucking spam.
What are you talking? Oh.
Yeah, when I'm talking, yeah, because this doesn't get copyrighted and it sounds good.
Extra, do you like Hunter X? Yeah, I love Hunter X Hunter.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Trying to set you up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Hunter x Hunter either. I think it's a bit overrated. I think Hunter x Hunter is fine, but it's not as good as people think it is. To me.
Why? You don't like Hunter x Hunter?
Guys.
No.
You don't like Hunter x Hunter?
Nah, yeah. Saint is not like Hunter x Hunter. He really made a video on it how it's trash. For me, I would say Hunter x Hunter is trash, but I would say it's like it's average. I wouldn't say it's like average at best. Maybe good at best. Pushing to good at best. For me, it's like average at best. Mediocre at worst. I don't think Hunter. I think Hunter x Hunter is overrated. I'm not the I think people just like too much. I think yeah, it's overrated. I don't like Hunter x Hunter like that. At best, it's okay. I'll give like a 6 or something, like a 5 or a 6, like an average good show. Like it's not as good as people think it is, bro.
Hunter?
No.
We're gonna have to do a video on that.
No, I hate Hunter x Hunter. Oh god.
We're gonna have to do a video on that. We're gonna have to do a video on that.
You don't want to do it, man.
We're gonna have to do a video on that.
You don't want to do it.
We're gonna have to do a video because I need to know your opinion because I'm curious.
I made a video about it. I called it Hunter x Hunter is the worst product
Hunter x Hunter, One Piece.
I've ever consumed.
Holy crap, that's some Lord Defiant.
Yeah, that's what everyone fucking says, but I don't just talk, I don't just yap like him. I have points. I had hard facts for it. And yeah, I mean, the video, they're pretty good. But Yeah, we can do a video then. I mean, you can. I watched up to.
Rock Pack. That can't be true. That can't be. That can't be. Okay, a piece probably is a joke, but this can't be true. I don't think this is Beluga on his alt account. If it is, then honestly, I'll not be surprised, because he has done shit like that before on Discord. So, like, he actually tried to fucking dox someone. But yeah, Rock Pack. I'm not sure what you're saying here is true, but if it is, I would not be surprised at all.
What's that shit called? The Phantom Troop. What's it called,
York
guys?
New, York New City.
Yeah,
York
York.
New City.
Okay, yeah. I think the interview is done. Just gonna talk about Hunter x Hunter and shit like that. I think I watched enough. Yeah, it's 2:20 right now. Where I'm living at, East Coast over here, East Standard Time. Oh my goodness, I'm pressing this. Um, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I have to have food to put away before I go, and yeah, I think that's it. So, I'm gonna end it here. So, tomorrow actually, since I start school in the afternoon tomorrow, I'm actually gonna stream again tomorrow. It'll probably be on Twitch. Probably go watch anime. Maybe we might do another reacting to anything part 6, if you want to. But yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you guys so much for coming. I actually wanna watch this video. I actually wanna see something. Tut Weezy. What's up, Tut Weezy? Fucking love Tut. Back in the day, we used to fucking we made diss tracks and shit.
There once was a thirsty ass boy who lived under the sea. He goes by Tut.
Okay,
Yes,
so what
that's-
you saying is y'all connect.
Future was a couples therapist. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. Yeah, it's 2:20. It's 2:20. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I need to put the food away and shit like that. So I gotta go. So thank you guys so much for coming. Um, shove off. Any subs, welcome. All the new subs, welcome aboard. We're 48 strong. Let's reach fucking 50. Sometime. I don't know. I don't really know. Let's hit 50 sometime soon. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I will see you guys tomorrow actually, since again I start school in the afternoon on Mondays. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. You either will I'm gonna put a whole I'm gonna do a community post in the morning or in the afternoon talking about where should I stream on Twitch, stream on YouTube, and what should I do on YouTube, whatever. So I'm end right here. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So until then, shove off. And also forgot, you gotta add the Truman thing. You gotta add the ending, bro. The Truman thing, bro. Oh, let me do something, bro. Let me do something with the Truman Show, bro. Hold on a second.